Hey, what's up, everyone? It's episode 35 of the DCUO Project podcast. I am your host, Count Shockula. We are joined tonight by Vagrant, my co-host and co-creator of the show. We've got Crappy Heels, we've got Kaiser, and we have a new guy joining us. It's Macabre. He is from the Lifted Research Group. That's Crappy Heels league. So, how you guys doing?
Doing
What's
good.
up?
Doing pretty good. Hopefully, Crappy joins back from the wood there.
Oh, is Crappy not with us? Oh, I forgot. He said he was going to go check his wood. Oh, damn, I forgot. Did I thought I heard him come back into the chat.
I think he had to go recheck.
Recheck his wood, make sure his wood was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear us in the stream? I just want to check.
Yeah, we're making sure Count's not messing up again.
Because usually I mess something up at the beginning. I think we're on a delay, though. I think we've got quite a big delay.
That's Twitch for you.
Well, somebody heard us because somebody said check. Somebody said check his wood. Yeah, I appreciate it. Whoever said that in the stream's running, or the chat's running kind of laggy. So whoever said that, all right, I appreciate it, guys.
40 seconds behind.
Yeah, we're just checking. Yeah, good old Twitch, and they're 40-second delay now. So.
Hey, it's better than YouTube and their stupid little policies.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're gonna flag all your shit.
Yeah, Twitch better up their game if they're gonna implement everybody from the PS4 and everything.
Why did you make them sound so southern?
God, you sound just like Crappy. That's probably what I thought when I heard your voice. I probably thought you were Crappy because you guys kind of sound the same. So
That's actually an insult. I'd be hurt.
Ouch.
So Macabre, I'm going to put you on the spot for a minute. Tell us a little about yourself. Tell people like what you play, what power, everything. I'm going to put you on the spot, man. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Not really, but it's okay. Well, right now I've been fluctuating between powers. I've been like electricity, celestial. I was doing hard light for a long time. Just not really doing the DPS scores that Crappy and Rock can put up. And so I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go back to tank and where I'm good at it, So, but
so you're hard light right now, right?
No, I'm ice right now.
Oh, you switched again.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. I'm going. I told you I was going to tanking.
Yeah, I know. I was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I probably wasn't listening. I was probably busy setting stuff up. I apologize.
Yeah, I had to go to the easy power set, So
Easy
get back
mode.
into the flow of things. Yeah, getting back into the flow of things real quick.
No, I'm gonna have to correct you. Ice is not the easy tank. Ice is the tank that works.
Ice is the smart tank.
No, Ice is the tank that works.
I gotta line my chat up here. My chat's all.
It's just nice because you can just throw on your shields and you can
Well,
pull the ads in.
what he means by it's the tank that works is that Earth has a pet AI that sucks dick,
Yes.
and then Fire's tanking ability doesn't work because they still hit you for like 10, 15 Ks.
Yeah, it's
that's
kind of
like
irrelevant in
Barstone's
the new stuff because they hit so hard, your health just evaporates. So having a health-based tanking power is kind of it's a little sketchy in the,
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt when you get up to like, I think someone was saying they got their health up to like, what was it, almost 19,000 or something like that Giles was talking about. So I was like,
Yeah,
what?
but it only
But you
lets
can
you
still
get
die.
hit like maybe once, and then
Yeah.
you gotta
But
heal all
if-
that back.
If you run a different loadout, like I was thinking, if I start acting kind of like a super patriot, maybe I'll just run some spontaneous combustion and just get all the ads started on fire and then just use backdraft, and the rest would just be the Odyssey's favorite phase dodge and then hard light shield, and maybe I'll just throw in the clown box for shits and giggles. I don't know.
Well, here's the problem with Fire.
Well, I was
Even
fire
with-
when I started, so like fire's like my first
Love.
first power, so it's
Oh, yeah,
like
I was
It
fire.
was
My very
everybody's
first power
first
was
power, I
fire.
want to say,
My very
Yeah.
first power on this game was Fire.
because it's the very first one that's shown.
Yeah.
Or
King,
was back
King
then.
Yeezus in the chat wants us to explain what's up with this wood checking thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No.
we'll have to have
Crappy's
Crappy
got,
tell
yeah,
you
he's
about
got
that.
he got one of his partners to bring in some kind of wood burning system into his garage. So now he's got to go out there and check his wood every once in a while.
Make sure his garage isn't on fire or anything.
Yeah, he's got to go in there and throw more wood in, check the ashes, make sure he's got hot coals, stir it up a little bit. Then his usual routine is I got to go take a piss, check my wood, put a pizza in.
See, I thought that checking my wood was like code name for like going to Chatterbait or something. I didn't know. I didn't really know what was talking about. So
Oh, yeah. No, he's really checking like wood, splinters and stuff.
All right. I gotta readjust this. I'm sorry. Go back to what you were talking about.
Isn't it?
I'm trying to get this to look right in the live stream. I kind of screwed the stuff up. My format.
That'll
here,
take
so.
you a while.
Anyway.
Did you finally take down the Christmas tree?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I took down the Christmas tree. Took out all those holiday graphics. This is our first show of 2014, so I didn't have any New Year's stuff up, but it's still not looking right. Oh well. Anyway, I'll let it go. It's no big deal. I'm kind of being OCD tonight about the way the chat looks on the screen. So Mac, you just said you tanked Nexus. Was that the first time you tanked it, or what?
No, it's like I was having internet problems like for a long time there, so I haven't really been able to go into Nexus a lot. That's why a lot of my tunes like severely under geared when I was going in. Probably why Crappy and Rock got like all 88 gear, but I finally got the internet situation figured out, and I got back on, and everybody was like so far ahead of me. By the time I got back, Celestial just came out, so I was like, well, I'm gonna give this a whirl,
Right.
So I was just racking up some
Celestial's
DPS gear and shit. How's your wood?
It was completely out. I had to fucking fire with a torch and fucking start a man-made fire.
You no longer had wood? Man.
Oh, no.
You're getting older, though. That tends to happen to older guys.
I know.
They have a harder time getting
Is this the way the show's going to go tonight?
Pretty
It could.
Sure that's how it's gonna go.
Hey, I'm trying to fill time here. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I got a discussion after whatever's being
good.
discussed right
Hey,
now.
go for. I think Vagrant's got some bragging to do about some shit he got in a drop or some shit like that. So I mean, we've got some stuff.
I don't got
luckiest
any
person
bragging.
ever.
We got to cover an hour and a half here, guys. I mean, come on.
It's gonna go until 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
It always does.
Yep.
Scary Snoopy in the chat said, "Are they going to reset everyone's PvP gear like last year?"
No,
Not to my understanding.
No,
they are not.
they just bump everything down a tier.
Yep.
Yeah,
And the lowest tier, I think, is no longer available. I think Bloodbat and I think Archangel's the hero
Are now in
variant.
the style vendor.
now who in the world
Yeah.
is Scrub Bucket? Because he's already talking about my wife. My wife said you never have wood count. We've got some new people in the chat that I don't. It's either people that just changed their name and they're trolling us, or I can't keep these people straight. I don't know who they are, but
Well, you
Kinda
are,
does it
you
like
are
if
getting
you're
a little
growing a tomato
forgetful in
plant,
old
how you
age.
tie it to a stick to keep it straight.
you've been talking to my wife, Scrub Bucket. That's a little strange. I don't know.
My audio sounds alright. I didn't even check it out.
Yeah,
it's fine.
everyone sounds pretty good. I think. I don't know. Golden keyboard. Yeah, yeah. You were with us last week in the chat. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming. Welcome aboard to this train wreck of a show. Sometimes.
Oh, it's never a train wreck.
No, just,
It's just you can't stop the train. That's all it is.
That's right. Freight
once
train.
we get started, just wait.
Yeah,
for it.
I clarify it, the freight train, not the other kind of train.
Well,
That'd be
you just
another
ruined-
totally
you
subject
just
that you're
ruined
gonna
all
have to
Crappy
throw
shows
off and talk to
tonight.
Count's wife about.
Oh man. So anyway, wait, what's this say? Sorry, I'm busy reading the chat.
Oh no, where were we?
Origin pack with the game.
Yeah, somebody says, do you recommend getting the Origin pack with the game? I just
Probably
recommend
Origin
being
Crisis.
subbed Legendary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
be legendary. That's the best way to go.
Yeah, I don't think I just... Because what do you get with the Origin pack? You get Fight for the Light.
It's the ultimate pack, you mean?
Yeah, I think
Ultimate
that's...
edition?
Yeah.
But he might be talking
You get
about,
for the first 4 DLCs, unless he's just talking about the Origin Crisis DLC. is it worth
No.
getting the Origin Crisis?
No,
DLC?
because I think you get three. I think you get Lightning Strikes, Fight for the Light, and Origin Crisis. I think that's the three you get in the
And
pack.
Battle for Earth. is
No, you
cool.
get the first 4.
Oh, okay.
Fight
All
for the
right.
Light, Lightning Strikes, Battle for Earth, and The Last Laugh.
I think that one comment's directed towards Crappy about the train wreck on FOS 2.
I haven't done SOS 2.
We had a
SOS
train
2
wreck in
forever.
FOS 2 because Lex Luthor got stuck. We did a league run. We brought a bunch of new league guys. We brought a bunch of guys that I already knew in the game from my old league a long time ago. So we kind of merged leagues. Or now we have like a full league, and we ran FOS 2 just goofing around, trying to get one guy the speed feat who didn't
Yeah,
have it.
you see, when we build a league, we do it, have fun and stuff. We don't bring people in and berate them the second something goes wrong.
Yeah, really. Oh, I wonder who you could be talking about.
I don't know.
Way to throw that one under the bus right away.
But Lex Luthor got
There's
stuck in the
a lot
wall.
throwing that under the
Yeah,
bus.
Lex Luthor got glitched, and we couldn't finish it. So
FOS 1 and 2 are buggy as hell right now.
One, we
yeah,
did
they
it.
are. It's because people. It's not meant to be ran with people that have so high statistics. You know what I mean? That shit
Or
dies.
no,
instantly.
they need to fix it because they should have known that shit was gonna happen
Right.
eventually.
They need to lock Lex Luthor like they do up in Wave and stuff. Just have him follow somebody.
Yeah, it's too glitch. It's not even worth running, really. Oh, it
Yeah.
looks like we have a new person in the chat. Lightside Rando said it's his first time listening. So, welcome to the show.
First
Listen,
time
if I
listener,
was gonna
last
get
time ever.
DLCs,
First
if I
and
was gonna
last.
get
Yeah.
DLCs, I would have to get the one with the utility belt. Because if you don't have
Hand
the
of
utility
Fate.
belt, you're screwed. What's that? Hand of Fate.
Yep,
Yeah.
Hand of
You
Fate.
need the utility belt, then you need the
Home
home
turf.
turf crap, or you're going to be severely behind with those mods. So you need that one too.
Yeah, just like we recommend just subbing to the game. I know that.
Yeah.
I know they're a little slow getting
At this
content
point,
out.
if you're being premium, you're gonna spend like $90 to get everything.
Oh, it's easy. $10 per DLC times 9 is going to be now, so that's 90. Plus the inventory space you're going to need. You won't even have a lot of cash because of that cash limit. Like you got to understand, premium
you don't have
and
enough
free
money
to
to
play
buy
is like a
any.
demo. It's an overglorified demo. You really want to be legendary.
Hey, Crappy, I see what you did there in the chat. There's no advertising other websites or YouTube channels in the. No, I'm just kidding,
I was
man.
just kidding. I
Go
said-
right ahead. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Sub to Crappy Heels, YouTube. Sub to Vagrant. YouTube. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not Vagrant anymore. It's Game Update Boy or something like that. What?
No, I tried to do because I've been wanting to go into video game media, and then that bit me in the ass. I lost like 12 subscribers from that. I was so stupid.
Seriously? From,
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Well, talk about it. What were you thinking? What did you do?
Well, like
Explain
I-
what you did.
Explain
I did
yourself.
I did a 3DS review on The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds because I love that game, and I essentially just wanted to be like JonTron and Peanut Butter Gamer and all them because I watch them like daily.
Yeah, JonTron puts
And
a
I don't
lot
want
of
to
work
be I
into
don't
his.
want to be stuck in
Yeah.
freaking DC Universe Online my whole fucking YouTube career. Sorry if
Well,
that's the way it is, but
That,
there's
that's the
other
other
games
thing,
out
too.
there
Well,
that
you
I
can
wanna
do
branch
both.
out.
Nothing's stopping you from doing more. But you know.
It's
exactly.
just-
But
there's
everybody
nothing
was
stopping
like,
it.
"Oh shit, let's unsubscribe from that." And I
Well,
was
that's
like,
silly. I
wow.
mean,
Some subscribers are picky like that.
yeah, they want to
subscribe for
see
one particular
DC.
thing.
Yeah, like a lot of the COD veterans from YouTube and stuff, when they start posting up other videos, they lose a lot of subs and stuff like that because they don't want to watch like Minecraft and other stuff like that. It's just like, it's kind of hard to branch out from one game when everybody just subs to you for that one reason only.
Right, right.
So it's almost beneficial just to create a second YouTube account, even though it's more of a hassle for you. But
Are
it'd
you
be,
back?
you know,
Are you bashing Minecraft?
Dude, Minecraft
No,
is
I'm just-
boring
I'm
as
just- I'm
fuck
just-
to watch. Who wants
I'm not-
to watch
okay,
How dare
somebody
you?
smash
I'm
bricks
not a
and trees?
Minecraft person, but like watching like Woody's gamer tag or something like that, I was like, okay, I like to get some like helpful tips here and there for certain things, and
And then you get
Then
this
he puts up-
8-bit pixelated.
yeah, then I see this thing where you're going around like Zelda type 3D version of it, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But It's all good. I mean, I just see it's Minecraft, and I'll pay my respects and watch a little bit of it, and then I'll just, jet off and see if I can find something else, but now it's just like I just like to watch it because there's funny stuff. This happens all the time.
Yeah, I like
can't watch
Minecraft. I mean,
that's too boring. It might be fun to play, but me watching you build a house, takes away the blocks, and then
I'd rather play
smashing
Minecraft than watch it.
I don't know. That's not for me.
You need the right group of people. Like, imagine if Count and us started playing. You'd have a video of Count building a house.
Oh my god!
And then, as soon as he's walking away, he'd turn the camera, look at the house, and you see I blew it up already. There you go. Things on fire. Build that thing with creepers or something. Bombs everywhere.
Oh, I gotta check my pizza. Keep this conversation going.
Pizza, guy. First you're checking your wood. Now you're checking your pizza. It's showtime, buddy. What?
Hungry, man.
What do I get?
Just got home. It was late.
I'm not getting my money's worth out of you,
had
man.
a long day.
I pay you big money to do this show, and then you're going to be gone half the show. What's up?
Don't pay us to do this show. Where's my cut?
Oh, I forgot. I shouldn't have said anything because I wasn't paying Kaiser and Vagrant. Oh shit.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, he'll come back about 5 minutes later, and all of a sudden he'll be like, "I gotta go use the restroom," and then check my wood.
I'm just kidding.
I gotta go pack my black box full of wood.
Oh, geez.
Look,
He
Crappy,
leaves everybody hanging on that one note.
Yeah, underrated love in the chat is wondering why Game Update 33 is taking long. For one, the holiday.
It was the holidays.
The holiday didn't help, right, Vagrant?
Yeah, the holidays is what's holding it back. It'll probably come out maybe Friday because they still need to do a lot of hot fixes for it.
Right.
Are they doing hot fixes on their server?
Yeah, they need to do hot fixes on the test server.
Okay.
No, Goku, I don't pay Crappy for anything else. I promise, man.
I was gonna say, like, you have 12 days of Larfleas to go find and stuff like that. I mean, you got to give people some time to at least do some of their holiday stuff, even though
they've had time to do it.
Well, Crappy just got done with it. Well, actually, he's still not done with it.
The holiday stuff has almost been out for a month now.
And look at it this way. That was the only seasonal I needed. I had pretty much none of it done because all I did it for was the rings like 2 years ago. I missed last year. I finished it without even using replays in just under 2 weeks, easily. People should have it done.
They freaking adjusted. They adjusted the mark rate.
Yeah, you get 8
because they realized people were freaking. It was stupid the way they did the Halloween update, and they were like, "Let's not fuck up again."
Yeah. Plus, people take their time off and they go on vacations and stuff during the holidays, and they want to make sure people get back and at least get whatever they need to get done.
I know, but 8 a day, they should all have it done by now. It's been plenty of time.
Well, that's what replays are for too, I guess.
Yeah,
we've got a question in the chat. Some guy wants a recommendation on a ranged wizard class. I'm not sure exactly what he's.
Sorcery.
Like a ranged.
Are you talking? He's probably asking like what plays the most like a wizard from other games.
Right.
Celestial. And that would probably be Celestial or Sorcery.
Right.
But you could argue a lot of things in this game are ranged and feel very cast.
Yeah, you got a Fire Mage and Ice Mage. A Hypocrite Mage. Oh wait, that's another subject.
Oh damn, Kaiser.
Topic.
That's funny.
The burns are going to keep on coming until we get that topic out of the way.
There you go. Well, it's never going to be out of the way as far as I'm concerned.
No. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep bashing it. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat. That's one of the things I'm going to try to do better for the next year on our show is try to interact with the chat a little bit more. But it's not easy because it's so laggy. Like all of a sudden it'll show like people chatting, and then all of a sudden it'll go really fast, and I'm like, I can't keep up. I may have to get a moderator or something.
Oh. Put it on subs only once you get that, huh?
No, we wouldn't do that.
Count the partnership.
We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Anybody's welcome in our chat, even the people that don't like us. We would never ban you or anything or block what you say. You're always free to express yourself in our chat. Just don't post links to Chatterbait. Shit like that. Moobot, yeah. Isn't Moobot the one for the FNL?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Fail.
The heck is Moobot?
Kind of
Moobot.
like Nightbot.
It's a moderator for.
We're
Friday
not
Night
quite
Legends.
at that level yet because I mean, how many people do they get on Friday Night Legends when they in the chat when they're like going to be discussing
thousands?
some new update or something? They get quite a bit.
I just wait till the YouTube comes out and I watch
Yeah,
that.
you can always.
I haven't actually watched or interacted with Friday Night Legends since it came out.
Well, they didn't have one the last 2 weeks. I watched the one before the holidays though. It wasn't too bad actually. It wasn't.
I got really bored with it.
Yeah. Yeah, the PvP is it gets a little stale.
No, it's not that. It's just they usually the way that they originally marketed it was that it was going to be this show that showed content before it came out. And
Yeah,
they haven't done that in like forever.
Since what, Celestial?
Well,
Yeah.
they'll probably be doing that the next episode or two. They'll probably be, showing DLC 9. That is around the corner.
Yeah, but they do like web or not podcasts, but they do web shows for like new content now. Friday Night Legends has become all about like freaking tournaments run by Super Patriot.
Who are you, Scrub Bucket? I'd like to know who you are. I mean, I nothing against you. I just want to know who. But it seems to be bringing up the topic of my wife quite a bit. So,
Tournaments
damn, if
should
you're
be...
in her bedroom right now while I'm in my while I'm in my man cave doing this shit, that would be a little ironic, I think.
Wait, so you got a man cave and she's got her bedroom?
Well, my man cave isn't in the bedroom. I mean,
Oh, well, you
I sleep in my
special-
man cave. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's okay to be in the
She
doghouse.
hogs the fucking bed, so she doesn't, so I just, I go and lay down in there. This is probably too much information, but,
Yes, it is.
It's
Anyway.
just the right amount.
I've been spending a lot of time in my man cave lately, so.
You gotta make that money.
Make her mad.
Nah, she doesn't. She doesn't care.
Uh-huh.
Now people are asking Scrub Bucket for my wife's number. I'm sorry. Let's get back on. I'm sorry. I just woke up, guys. I'm out of it. So let's get back on the topic here. There is one thing I wanted to do really fast on the chat. I wanted to give a shout out to. I had a guy send me a YouTube message the other day. He's a hero on the PlayStation, and he wanted me to give a shout out to his YouTube channel that he's trying to build. His name is Daniel Light DCUO. I know
him.
I got a picture of his YouTube page right here, and he just asked me to if there was anything I could do to help him out. So here I am trying to help you out. Subscribe to the guy. He's got some good videos. He's got some good PvP videos. He's got a video about clipping. He's just starting out. So
Doesn't he have like a pretty good video of PvP with Celestial?
I think he does. Yep.
Yeah, I was watching that for a while. I was like, man, that's pretty good and everything.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go places. I think he's got a partnership, and he seems to be serious about his YouTube. So
Yeah.
and I think he's in. I'm not sure what league he's in now. I think he was in Descendo. I just call him Disco Biscuits or whatever. And I guess he asked some of the other people in the league to help him out. Other people that have big YouTube channels, and I guess those guys wouldn't help him. So here I am, trying to help you out. So
That's funny to me.
speak on it, Kaiser.
No, it's funny. League mate ask you for a little help. Like, I wouldn't care to help a league mate. Like, yeah, sure. Not giving a shout out. Why? Because maybe he busted your ass in PvP on a video and you don't like that?
Nah, maybe it's just not that. It's just maybe the guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he just
I
thinks
think
he's
his
too
league should
good.
give him a shout out.
Maybe he
I
just
think
thinks
there's
he's
some
too good to
petty
help
stuff
other
going on
people out. I don't know, but I don't think that way. So there you go, Daniel. You seem like a good guy. So, like I said, check out his videos. It's Daniel Light DCUO. Check him out on YouTube.
Yep. Matter of fact, I think
Disco Biscuits, isn't he?
I think his name actually popped up on one of Starry Sky's checking his channel reviews or whatever he did.
Oh,
today.
when he does the top 5 favorite.
Yeah, he did the
videos.
Revolutions. Was it yesterday or today? And I think his name might have popped up on the side too.
Yeah.
So you'll see it there.
I just want to say I'm glad the chat agrees with me.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like the league mate that he might have asked might have a big enough head that his hat can't fit on anymore.
Well, yeah, pretty much. His ego is bigger than his skill. I mean, even when it comes to Friday Night Legends, I think if someone runs a tournament, they should at least be tournament level themselves.
God, you guys are nasty.
That's like an old dude sitting on a couch with a bag of potato chips, like coaching an Olympic team. Like, really?
Yeah.
We're all equal.
It's like
Like,
training
you're going to run
marathon.
tournaments.
Kind of like someone training a marathon runner in a wheelchair.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't want to go wrong with it, but
Hey, I was giving Daniel Light DCUO a shout out. I wasn't trying to start a hate club here, but you know, I agree. I happen to agree with you 100%. I think it was real. I think it's kind of shitty. Be honest with you.
Like Mr. Nice Guy in front of all of YouTube, and you turn around and do shifty, wrong things to people on game, like you're some kind of Harvey Dent Two-Face.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, the truth is actually starting to come out. I'm just getting tons of people sending me messages saying, "Hey, we didn't like any video you were making calling this guy out, a month ago, but we, been playing with him and we see how he is now. You were exactly right." I'm getting a lot of those.
People tell us in game that have played on the hero side, people we don't even know. Like, I'll just bring up his name.
Yeah.
Like, people now on YouTube, it's all coming out. If Mepton Spittle could hear half the stuff he says in game on that mic and see the other side of him, he'd be off that council so damn fast.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it'd be like Nimbus not getting on Friday Night Legends.
Yeah,
He'd be gone. Like, out.
It's kind of a disgrace to the council that
It is.
they would let people like that on there. You know what I mean? It's just kind of.
It's a disgrace to the game.
It's
a
bad.
face to it.
But
Yeah. So I mean, there's
Jeez, you guys
already
are
what
terrible.
2 big things that happen in 2 different leagues and 2 different servers and stuff. So a lot to cover.
I'm trying to help the community, and you guys are trying to split them apart.
no, I'm not splitting anything apart.
There's
You don't have to
someone-
split. You don't have to split
It's already
nothing. Everybody
split.
else.
It was already.
Someone in chat just called him Super Two-Face. If anyone in this chat agrees with me that's here in this show, I want you to find a copy of the collection Naughty List Two-Face and mail it to him. Mail it to him in game.
Dude, I got 15 of those in my inventory right now on
Mail
my
it to-
hero account.
Do it. Mail it to him in game. See
Matter
if
of
he
fact, I
gets-
think I'll just go find him in the watchtower and just trade it with him.
Do I have to put
Keep
the
the trade
disclaimer?
open.
Do I have to put the disclaimer up?
It might be disclaimer night.
Uh-oh.
I'm not done yet.
This does not reflect my in-game. Any actions that does not reflect my in-game character, Count Shockula. Yeah, Scary Snoopy just said, look at Mage Lord's latest video. Speaking of which, I do have on the screen here another YouTube channel that I wanted to give a shout out to, and it just happens to be Mage Lord. Another guy I talked to. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but I just thought
You don't even shout me out. What the fuck?
You shout out yourself
850
enough.
subs. Shut up.
You're interrupting my shout out. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, check out Mage Lord. He's got a brand new league called Forfeit. I think American Heroes in there too. So check those guys out. And they're making a league.
No, I think American Heroes in a league called Crown.
Oh
the
no,
King.
he's in Crown
Yeah,
the King.
Crown the
He's in
Yeah,
Crown the
that's,
King.
yeah, that's true.
And they
apologize.
beasted Soldiers of Light already, so
Yeah, I screwed
Yeah, they're
that
not.
up.
American Hero is pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
he's one badass, man. I mean, I watch his videos and I just laugh. Like I laugh more at his videos than I do Nimbus Yosh's.
Yeah, I never hated like Disco Biscuits or anything. It's just 2 members I dislike.
Yeah.
No names
Yeah.
have been beating everybody's ass in PvP lately.
Yep. But I just wanted to give Mage Lord a shout out and check out his. He's going to be making a channel for his league videos. His league's called Forfeit, so I thought I'd just give a quick shout out on that.
Yeah, because I think when I watched American Heroes video, I saw someone. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'll just say the abbreviation or the acronym would be TDH. Yeah, I said, well, yeah, I just decided to get rid of all the drama in the league. What? Now you got the only one that's skillful in your league is you?
Wouldn't even give shout outs to people who.
Yeah, and
Beast
I
them.
use that term skillful very loosely but
Well, the problem is he's trying to weed out and only get strong players because he needs to be carried. I mean, think about it. The replacements replaced him because he was on B string. He's had drama with other leagues. I mean, yeah, you want strong beast players, and you're kicking out any drama or people weaker than you because you need that carry.
No, according to him, Smile Before Death created all drama in the game, according to him. But as we can see, that's not the case because
and Smile's ducking everybody.
Smile's
right?
not been
But,
around.
Yeah, he's on another server. I hate when people fucking say that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ducking me.
No, he plays on a
even
different
on the
server.
Same server
Yeah.
as you. Shut your mouth.
You fucking idiot. Yeah, I know. It's
Hate
like
that
he
shit.
can't. Of course he's ducking you. He plays on the EU server, you dumbass.
And why does all drama revert?
And the only reason they
to
talk all that
PvP?
shit is
You
because
know,
he's
my
on
server-
another server.
Right, exactly. If he was over here whooping ass like, like Super Hypocrite called out Smile saying he was going to beast him in Legends. And then what happened? Smile came over and got into a Legends match with him and whooped that ass.
He got
and
beasted.
somebody's a little salty about it, I think. So, and that's
A little
what.
bitter.
And that's when all the shit started again. You know what I mean? Because somebody got a beat down.
And he used the most noob character.
Yeah. I
ain't talking shit, but I'm on sewer or whatever his fucking name is. Psh, can you get any easier?
Didn't Smile use Nightwing?
Yeah, Nightwing isn't even that good. Nightwing has crappy health. Like, I like playing Nightwing because
He's dual wield.
Yeah,
I think that's what Smile was used to at the time.
Yeah, I like dual wield.
Dual
Yeah.
wield.
Every
He came
time
over
every time
and-
you see a Legend video from Smile, it's Nightwing because he's pretty good with dual wield. But I mean, you got the stun effects from and Sewer there, just crazy. Like they need to tone that down a little bit. I mean, Light Claw to your range attack, back in the Light Claw, Ram, just crazy stunning moves all the time.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Well, this is a new year. I was thinking maybe we could talk about what are some of the things that we're hoping that they add into the game, not just content-wise for the new year.
Diminishing returns.
I got something. I got a big topic here.
Okay.
It's been going on for too long in the forums.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Controlling. I have a solution. Right here. Jens, Meps, whoever, if you're fucking listening, I have the solution. Fear no more.
Easy.
I will shut all the complainers up in the forums. All right, so these people in the forums, now they want double pot. They want pot
Oh,
to
yeah, I
stack.
saw that.
So with pot stacked, trolling would be super easy if pot stacked. If you have two high bite trolls and both of them got a 200 tick going and they're throwing recharges every now and then, that's a lot of fucking power going out.
Well, the problem is they'd probably balance it. They'd probably count the vite per pot tick to like 2/3. Like 2,000
Well,
vite
not the
wouldn't
way
tick
these
it what it
people are
does
talking.
now.
They're just talking they want double pot.
That'll
And
not,
I say
that
no,
won't happen without
that's
a
too much
diminish.
power.
Nothing stacks
then-
in this game.
And then some people want fucking no more recharge, no more instant power. They want it, say, you throw fucking your debuff Phantom Flames, it has ticks of power coming off of it. And they want the pot to stack. And
that's
on
too
top
much.
of it, every move you do, it has ticks of power coming off of it. Now, what is that, basically? That's another fucking DPS. If you want to use your fucking powers like that, go fucking DPS, you scumbags. Learn how to fucking troll. Trolling is easy as fuck. People are stupid. Now,
Well,
my
I just-
solution, listen to my solution.
That's
All
the
right.
new T-shirt, Kaiser and Vagrant. People are stupid.
People are stupid as fuck. Trolling is simple.
Spreadsheet.com.
Oh, God
Actually-
forbid you go on the forums. Oh, I have a shout out for a fucking forum douchebag this week, too. But,
Someone did something.
if they went back to the power cost of T4 gear and didn't up the power cost, that would fix all the trolls bitching. Because
Yeah.
you use so much power in here that it's hard to keep people powered because of the higher power cost. Now, if they just went back to the T4 power cost, bam, problem fucking solved right there.
Yeah, they did something really terrible with that T5 power cost.
What
shit.
happens when I'm T5 and I go and I jump in a lower level group to fucking, just do con for the week, even though I don't, but like, let's say I did. The trolls can't even give me any power because I use so much power, and then it's fucking hurting the whole group just because I'm wearing T5 gear. Like, what do I have to go buy T1 gear to run a T1? It's fucking stupid. The power
Yeah,
increase for T5 gear was the stupidest thing they could have ever did. None of the trolls on the forums. Now, the people on the forums are all the people that fucking suck. Because apparently nobody could troll. It's too fucking hard to give power back to groups. Now, I get in groups every day. I get in pug groups sometimes where the power is fucking awesome. Like, I can't even believe. I'm like, oh my god, is this a pug
Yeah,
group?
some people have it and some don't. I mean, it's crazy.
Like, how hard is... Oh, look, there's the instant power button. Here you go. You want some? Oh, it's cooled down. You want some more? And then this one troll on the forums and the post, he's like, I hate when the other troll burns through all of his power, giving it to people, and then he's bitching at me that he doesn't have any power. I wrote, well, give him some power back. That's how it works. You use your power, the other troll gives it back to you. It's a fucking little thing going back and forth, you know? All you gotta do is swap power back and forth. Bam, everybody's full.
Yeah, just alternate it. That's not hard to do.
You know?
Man.
Don't bitch because the other troll gave his power to the group because he was doing his job, and you're over there doing whatever the fuck you're doing, not giving the other troll no power.
I got into a group the other day where the guy that said the troller that has the higher vite throw the pot, the guy with the bigger power pool is the one that just dump power, while the other troll that's actually throwing pot does the debuffs and stuff.
Everybody just needs to give power back to everybody. It fucking works out simple. Fucking done. Just give power. People on the forums are stupid. Fucking hate them. The vault got fucking nerfed. I can't believe that. Everyone needs to stop complaining. There's another threads all. Clipping is overpowered.
Yeah, Berserk just brought up the point that people are on there complaining about clipping.
Oh,
intended.
Working
How
as
can you not
intended,
clip?
exactly.
Say you're doing a move and something hits you and you drink a soda and you clip that move, bam, you just fucking clip that move with a soda. Oh, you're guilty. You know? You ever pop a trinket and you clip the move? Like, who gives a fuck? If somebody else can do it, you could do it. It's simple. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. You just cast another move after another move. Like, whoa, uh-oh, that takes a lot of skill. Push two buttons, one after another. God damn.
Jesus.
Crappy's
Except you got
rant.
that one-handed player, you know, and then he gets kind of pissy because he can't.
Shout out to this fire DPS on the forums. I don't want to mention his name and embarrass him, but he argued with me for a while about his gear. Now he's a fire fucking DPS, and he mods his gear with precision because I use fucking hand blasters or one-handed, so I mod for my weapon because my fucking weapon does a lot of damage. Motherfucker, your power is might-based. You don't mod your gear based upon your fucking weapon, you idiot. You mod your gear based upon your power.
Speaking of the weapon, why are they all crying about the one-hand nerf?
Oh, God, because now everyone's not going to be able to do a power one-handed, a
Right.
power focus.
I mean, seriously,
power
if
focus blast.
if before one-handed got OP, you were third place DPS all the time, and then when one-handed became OP, you were like top DPS all the time. Dude, go back and practice your power.
Screw it.
Don't worry about crutches.
If people want an easy weapon to clip with, right now it's the rifle. The rifle is by far one of the best weapons for DPS to have. It keeps you ranged, doesn't throw you into the shit. You can accidentally lunge and still not get into the shit. Where you get one-handed and you're going like balls deep into the boss fights, and you're like, whoa, well, I should probably back out of here.
Yeah, rifle's probably the best.
I use rifle no matter what, and I never have a problem DPSing. I don't fucking fall victim to that one-handed bullshit. I beat those fucking one-handed phase dodging bitches all day long. They fucking phase dodge power, clip it with one-handed focus blast. Like, sit down in the back over there and learn how to play roll, bitch.
What? You beat them. Anyway, okay.
But Jen's MEPs, you guys, reduce the power cost back to normal. Problem solved. It'll shut up all the trolls on the forums, and it'll be much easier because people obviously don't know how to fucking troll.
Because the next power after rage, I mean,
I can't believe
there
they
is
got
going to be
instant
one
power out. So the trolls could do even less. If there was no instant power, all you would be doing was casting DPS moves and troll roll. You would be basically casting debuff after a debuff. And
that's
essentially,
the one
you would be the 4th and 5th place DPS.
Oh, we should
That makes no sense to me.
mention to some trolls that might be even watching this later on. Do not put that damn chess mod in that gives you a bigger power pool, because that fucks everybody up, dude.
Yeah, that's just broken. Don't use
we
that.
ran into 3 people going in the Nexus with that damn chess mod. Do not do it.
Do not use that shit.
That shit's glitched to the full tuition at all. It's just, you cannot use that.
They will always be the lowest person in the group on power. They will be getting all the power instead of everybody else. It's fucking stupid. How are they gonna release a mod like that and have it be broken as fuck?
I don't know. But back to what you were saying, though, that's my problem with a lot of trolls in this game. Like, I'll get into an instance on my troll, and the other troll won't, like, I'll be talking to other people in the group and be like, the other troll isn't even doing his job. He'll be sitting there doing weapon combos or throwing, like, attack moves. Like, aren't you going to use your empowerment? Like, I can understand you're the backup. Aren't you going to empowerment? Aren't you at least going to do consistent debuffs? Like, one we had that was gadgets. He was out there
doing
just
nothing,
throwing all sorts of random DPS moves. Yeah, he had a suppressor turret out, but there was no defib. Like, he was throwing photon blasts and everything else. Like, if you want to be a DPS, dude, just get the gear and play a DPS.
But
And
what's
then
the
people,
deal
like-
recently with everyone wanting to solo troll in the game?
I don't know.
What is going on
Solo
with that?
trolling is terrible.
No. You can solo heal, you can solo tank.
But you can't
obviously.
solo troll. I
But
mean, it's
the best layout right now, because of the way the power costs are, do 3 DPS and 3 trolls.
Berserk
Three
wants to
and
know
it's
how
just-
he did as the backup troll the other night.
He was fine.
Yeah.
That was our run? Yeah, he was fine because he was at least throwing power back. I've seen far worse.
Yeah.
3 trolls is the best setup you could ever have because
Yep.
Yeah,
trolls
that's
are very
beautiful.
useful. They give power. They have shields to pick people up if somebody goes down. If one troll goes down, you still have 2. Trolls are useful too. Like in Nexus or in Wave, they could pick up the fucking eggs and put them in to get people out of jail.
Yeah,
'cause they have
solo
shields.
solo heal, 3 trolls, 3 DPS, and a
tank.
tank.
Yep. That's the best layout for even a
Beautiful.
wave.
To,
on
to
that now.
anybody listening to this that even likes the idea of solo troll, just listen to what we're saying. It doesn't work. It's like
It's
one troll is fine. He can throw pot and empowerment to a degree, but without another troller throwing empowerment back to give him power, eventually the power gets scarce and you're down to a pot tick because he doesn't have enough for empowerment anymore.
Everybody's
And
gonna
it
be
just goes
starving.
faster with
and-
2 because they work in synergy.
The other thing with a solo troll is that sometimes he'll run out of power, and then when that pot runs out, he doesn't have enough power to actually throw
Exactly.
the pot back out. He's have to soda like constantly. I mean, save money, save your mods or whatever it is, your sodas, for, whatever you make for sodas. Just stick with 3 trolls because if you get jailed and 2 trolls are in jail, you still have that backup troll. You can at least survive for a while.
and some of these trolls are doing good damage. They really are. I mean, not DPS wise damage, but unless you talk about that one guy we ran Prime with the other day, the pug guy that you beat him in DPS almost, and you're a troller. But I mean, some of the trolls are doing decent damage. So
Yeah, hashtag.
Well,
two
I was in
trolls.
tier 5. He was in tier
hashtag
4.
smack solo trolls. I like it. I like that.
Yep. Hashtag 3 trolls. Get that out there. Twitter it.
Yeah, I probably
Twitter,
said it last
Twitch,
week, but the one dude said, "Oh yeah, I solo trolled fucking 5 DPS in Nexus." Yeah, bitch, they were all using one-handed. You faggot, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you need power for that.
It
And think
didn't
about
matter
this,
if they ran out of power.
Think
Yeah.
about this, Nexus. How hard is that second room with the drone? You got to throw you got to throw pot, empowerments, and the attack and defense debuff. How long are you going to be able to keep going?
If you're running solo troll in Nexus, just go ahead and remember one thing. If you're DPS, is stack up on sodas because you're going to need them.
And you all
you-
better be using one-handed until
Yeah.
they nerf it.
You
If
better
you-
only
if
be
you
running
invite
4
me
or
to a
5
group-
people if you're solo
If you
trolling
invite
it.
me to a group to tank it, and you got a solo troll, call the ambulance because I'm going to slit my wrist. Because
It's
that's a
just
failed
an
group right out before
unnecessary
you do it.
hassle. I mean, we had a guy leave the group the other day because he insisted on solo trolling. Dude, you get your own gear. You're not rolling against another
Well,
troller for controller gear. It makes no
I
sense.
understand why they're doing it. They're not doing it because they think solo troll is easy. They're doing it because
So they
they're
can brag.
No, they're doing it because there's too many DPS in the game. Like 70% of the community is DPS, and eventually they're trying to work it down to where it's 1 of each role and 5 DPS. Like, I
That's-
understand that the majority of the community is DPS, but stop trying to minimize the other roles.
Yeah, Kid
See,
Slayer in the chat
yeah.
said there's a 5-man Nexus video that they did on the European server without a hero. Or
Yep,
without
that's the
a healer.
revolutions. Yep,
Who is-
revolutions.
Who was it?
They did the Revolutions. They did 1 troll, 3 DPS, and a tank. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Yep. They had sidekicks and they sorted like hell, but they did the whole Nexus run with this 5 guys with no healer. It's insane to watch.
That is awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Wow.
That's when you know Nexus got nerfed.
Yeah, that's true. Nexus did get a huge nerf.
I kind of would.
Batman, the
I kind of would
Batman.
like. Yeah,
Did they do it on hero side or villain side?
I mean, certain people still couldn't
hero.
tank it, but
I don't know,
I
man.
was-
Ninja and Primal Batman still slap the tank around pretty good.
yeah, they still hit. There's no doubt. The
Yeah.
tank still gets hit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying if you had Ninja Batman, you would need a healer. For sure. I'm not putting down those people at all, man. That was a fucking awesome run. But there's
Yep.
no way you could survive Ninja Batman without a healer. He just jumps over to you and hits you for $7,000 and puts you down.
Well, what about if
Well,
you
I
get
th-
those
I-
precision pools at the last
yeah.
run?
Oh my
and they
god,
get,
yeah, Ninja Batman's taking everybody out
Except
if you
we
have
keep
there.
getting the purple balls of busters.
Yeah.
Dude, we've been getting a lot of purple balls and
Yeah, I bet
fucking
you
Nexus
have.
last
Oh,
boss.
sorry.
That's
Yeah.
blue balls.
We're video gamers, so yeah, we get both kinds.
I don't know what's up with that, man. It's fucking purple balls every night in Nexus. Every time I jump in a group with somebody. I don't know what's up with that. I got ninja and Bungie ninja'd me into a fucking group the other night, last boss Nexus, and I healed it. First of all, I was still sorcery, and their tank had like fucking T5 gear on. He was squishy as shit, and they had the fucking balls, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And right before that, we ran it a few hours before, fucking purple balls. What's with those fucking balls? Is that the challenge they're trying to give us now? Stupid game mechanics like that?
It might be the powers that we have. I wonder if that might be you get.
I don't know what it is,
combination
but
of
every
people
time
together.
Steam ends up in the last room, he brings those purple balls with him.
Yeah, we had Steam in the last room. We had chemo. for
That's
the
what I've
last
been
room.
noticing.
But I don't know when people are. One guy's still asking about the edition, the Origin edition. I don't think any of us here know much about those packs. I mean, those DLC
I
packs.
just say go legendary.
yeah, go
It's
legendary is
the
all I'm
best
going to
deal.
ever
I mean,
tell
I
you.
know what is included in every DLC, but he's not being specific.
Right. It's kind of irrelevant because it's a better deal just to pay your $14.99. If you can get some kind of deal or something where you pay $9.99, like some people do, just go
But
with
then
that.
you're getting those 3 packs.
Yeah, no matter if you're on the PC, $14.99, it's worth it. I pay the PC subscription and I pay the PS3 or PS4 subscription.
Yeah.
I pay both just because I like to keep up on the game, a little bit. But
Then you get all DLCs for free.
and you
every
get everything
month.
for free in the game.
Drops.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, $15 a month or whatever. You can do a year pass or whatever. Just it's a lot less money to spend if you just go legendary.
It's
Not
funny
to
because
mention-
like most
Not to
people's
mention
arguments,
early.
most people's argument is that, well, when I go free to play, I lose it all, and it's like, well, what game lets you keep what you subscribed for?
Right.
They
Yeah.
got to think about it like this. Like I said, with the ninth DLC coming out, that if you want to buy separately, like that's what 90 in DLCs. Even if he gets this pack, he's got the first 4. He's got $50 more in DLCs. This pack, which is 30, that's 80. Then you've got to get inventory space and other stuff like auction space, I think. So you're probably well over $100 right there. And then you're going to have to buy escrow things so you can get access to more money. You're going to have that cash limit. You're going to be spending a hell of a lot of money. You might as well just subscribe. Like, it's by far worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that kind of answers this question because, yeah, just go. I mean, I don't know everyone's financial situation. Some people are younger and they don't have, a way to get money, as
True.
much. And,
Right.
it all depends on your situation. But if you have the money, do it,
Yeah.
buy
If you're
it.
down south, wash cars. If you're up north, shovel snow.
There you go. Pick up,
Pick up a side
when we
job.
were kids, we used to go around picking up pop bottles and stuff, and for just to fund our comic book addiction.
Pop bottles.
Yeah, Crappy. We used to go
Yeah,
around
your
and get
age
pop
is
bottles
showing.
and everything and turn them
Soda?
in for like 10 cents a piece, 5
Yeah,
cents
back
a
in
piece.
Count's day, he actually had to get up off the couch to turn the dial
Yeah.
and to turn the channel.
Hey, I had a
And then he had
paper
to
out,
hold,
man.
he had to hold that little screen up so you can have the blue sky and then the green ground, and then everything else in the middle is all gray.
Well, when I was a kid, I had a comic book addiction. I mean, I was addicted to comic books, so I had like
When you were a kid?
I had $40 a month I had to pay in comic books. I had a paper out, but man, those comic books came first, dude.
Yeah.
There was no doubt.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing you had to look forward to, really.
So now I'm now it's video games addiction, so,
I have other addictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wood.
Chatterbait, wood, what
Chatterbait's
else?
been raking in the dough. I even advertise my YouTube on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vagrant, he's changing his YouTube channel every 5 days.
DC Universe.
I think it's a
is where
sore
at.
subject with him. I don't know. I don't think he wants me to bring it up. I think it's a sore subject.
Because I don't want to be stuck to DC Universe Online. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
That shit's gonna die one day.
Yeah, true.
You gotta have something to fall back on, man.
Don't want to be known for just DC.
Yeah, I'll just
I do, because I ain't got no more time to play other games.
Not yet.
Just do reviews where you're really pissed off all the time. It seems to work for a lot of YouTubers.
I thought you were going to start playing Final Fantasy, Crappy.
Oh my! I would never play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you
Shit's
would.
fucking for homos.
Oh,
All
man,
of
that
you're calling some of your league guys homos.
I know they're all douchebags. They fucking
Yeah.
rather play Final Fantasy and ride ostriches with potions than fucking play DC.
I'm gonna go ride my chocobo around.
You get one piece of
Chocobo.
gear every 2 weeks on fucking Final Fantasy. How could you progress with one piece of gear every 2 weeks?
I just wish they'd just grow some balls, get off Final Fantasy, and just go back to Star Wars. At least play something that might be a little bit more, like a little bit better.
Right.
There's a new T-shirt count. Ostriches and potions.
Yeah.
So they got fucking chocoboners. I got a new
Chocoboners.
saddle for my chocoboners.
You want to ride, bitch?
Oh no!
I'm the Choco Taxi.
You do some of those voices, don't you, Macabre? You
Double penetration.
you kind of. I'm gonna have to hit you up for a video. You may do some voice work on one of my videos. I'm just letting you know.
Reggie.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna hit you up for some voice work. That's pretty funny.
Don't join a league run though, Mac.
Oh, what?
Yeah, if I gotta do league runs where I'm hearing Mr. Jones, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's enough.
Hey,
Tell me
look,
to
look, look.
You
BCD
didn't
is
like
a-
my video. You didn't like our voice chat. It was kind of funny. Kaiser singing. Ugh.
No, it was.
I
it was
lost about
entertaining
20
for a while.
subs. I lost about 20 subscribers just putting up a video with Kaiser singing on it. But anyway,
Well, that's bound
Look,
to happen.
some nights Kaiser's just playing and having a good time, and I do stupid things.
right.
It just happens.
Kaiser
I think
takes a lot of Molly.
Count's making all this money. You should buy Berserker a headset so he can talk, because I think he was about ready to say something too.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
his
don't know,
new.
Berserk. How do you not have a fucking headset, you bum? Jesus.
He's an Asian. He's a little 14-year-old Asian kid. He's a prodigy, man.
Prodigy.
I'm telling you, Berserk's got BCD up nights worrying about DPS, man. He's obsessed with trying to out DPS Berserk. I said, dude, he's a 15-year-old Asian kid. You're not going to out DPS him. He's going to out video game you on
You
Is that
see,
a
I'm
anything.
I'm glad because he used
that
to
a
be worried about
stereotype?
out DPSing me.
That's the stereotype. You don't want to get banned over that.
Kaiser
nowadays.
can't DPS anymore now.
It's a
because
good
Berserk will beat his
stereotype,
ass.
though. Asian kids are good at video games,
I don't
man.
think so.
Now, what happens if Berserk gets into an accident because he's driving behind a car he can't see over?
Yeah, stay off the road, though. I mean, I'm not making stereotypes or anything, but the driving thing, stick to the video games. Anyway.
Ah,
Yeah, you know what I noticed too since I switched back to hard light? The amount of people that are hard light who use gay ass shit like Neo Venom Boost, that little robot,
Wait, they
like all
still
those
use
little
that?
gimmick things. Like what
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
is
they-
wrong with people?
Crappy was running with a guy. Actually, I was in the same run. Some guy was using Neo Venom Boost, Chompers, and then he was trying to still whip the Batmans in the first room. Are you unaware of the fact that they block son?
Right? Like,
I was
stop
like,
that. He was just trying to put up a good fight.
God, he was on his.
He beat me by like 30,000, but I have 1,200 precision and he has 1,600 and some. So if you beat me he beat me because he had a robot and
Yeah.
because my gear sucked. I'm
The
fucking
guy,
might
the guy,
base.
the guy was on his back more than people's ex-wives. I mean, it was
That's
just terrible.
dumbass,
Oh, no.
man. If you're light, take off this stupid fucking robot. Take off fucking Neo Venom Boost. Don't use
The
that
robot's
shit. Neo
not really
Venom
an
Boost
issue.
is terrible.
Neo Venom, though.
Neo Venom Boost uses so much power and you get 3 shitty might takes of damage for all that power. That's stupid. The
It doesn't really increase anything.
The shield is fucking awesome for hard light. You get knocked down, you hit the shield, it fucking stands you right back up.
And if I see one more hard light DPS using Spike Quake, I'm gonna slap you with the back of my hand.
I don't have any room on my loadout for that.
You have the dots of chompers already that are the same as Spike Quake pretty much because they cancel each other out. Then you're saying Spike Quake, you're adding an extra power point to a thing that you don't need because chompers compared to Spike Quake being a 35%er, chompers being a 45%er, you're getting the same amount of ticks, same damage output, but you can still, keep that one power point to use somewhere else.
Both of them have crappy damage output.
I don't put any of those on my loadout. I don't have time to use chompers or anything. Like I tried to put it on my loadout, but I found I never used it because I'm just constantly doing
But you're doing
that I'm doing.
You had the advantage of having a rifle where a lot of people are using like one-handed and stuff like me for like a month and a half. So I was trying to find any other way of trying to get a little bit extra damage that I could get out there. But if you're using Spike Quake 35%er compared to a Chomper's 45, and then you go into Snaptrap Fan, I mean you're already doing a lot more damage than you would if you're doing the other way.
I don't know where people have all those extra power points though, because if you grasp in hand is really good. Because if you're just doing Ram Snaptrap Fan, your DPS isn't that good. But if you add the grasp in hand and the fan in there, it's a hell of a lot better. Then you have fan is a really hard hit move.
You have to be real close to the whip anyway, don't you?
Is good.
You have to be sweep distance. I use sweep distance like it's Mortal Kombat, but yeah, it's you got to be at least somewhat close to the edge. But you got to be careful because you can't use that in
Can't use it on
obstacle
the
of like
bosses.
Batman. Yeah, because Batman will block you, and then you would just end up on your ass.
It's better for hallways because one of their most damaging
I only use it on
combos
the ass.
is ram, whip thrash, clip into the Snaptrap Fan, and that
Like
does a
that guy
good
we
chunk
ran
of
with
damage.
yesterday.
It's
in
only
our
for
Nexus
hallways
run,
and stuff.
That Armani guy, I beat his ass all the time. So he just wanted to prove a point because I was on my alt. So he was up there with the whip and he was whipping everything.
Right.
Like I kept seeing him fall over and shit. Did you hear me busting his balls? I was like, bro, why are you out there whipping the bosses like that?
Yeah, he was taking a lot of damage because I was healing, and he was taking a lot of damage.
Just constantly standing up on top of the bosses, getting knocked over and fucked up. I was like, bro, you could just stand back.
And he kept flying ahead of the group, like Rock likes to do. Yeah,
That's because I beat his ass all the time, and he just wanted to prove something.
that's all right.
Bro, I'm on my alt. My gear is might based. You're gonna beat me. Chill. And he was using the dumbass robot too, like. But then when he had a range, he was just doing Ram Snaptrap Fan, and I was like, that shit sucks. I was like, that is.
The robot's not
damn.
bad. It's just Neo Venom. Why?
Yeah, that's.
My thoughts on the robot are kind of like Obsidian Chill made a video. It's not you doing the damage. It's just the robot doing the damage. So you're not even working for that damage. I kind of frown upon it. It's kind of like a noob tactic.
You gotta look at it from my point of
It's
view,
like
dude.
Sorcery Clown Box.
I'm not there when I'm DPSing or doing anything. I'm not there to prove a point, be it I'm first, second, or third DPS. I'm there to do the content, get it done, enjoy myself and get things done on the game. I could care less if I'm first, second, or third. If I beat you because of a robot, I'm not gonna brag like, hey, we got the content done, didn't we?
Hey, Kaiser,
There's better
Major
things
Douche.
that you could have on your loadout. Like instead of the robot, you could have the shield, and the shield is a huge, valuable tool. Like you could pick people up, it gets you out.
No,
of
you need the
stuns,
shield. The shield
stand you
stays
back up. The shield is a very good thing. A lot of people sacrifice the shield because they'd rather be trying to pull out the robot every 5 seconds after it dies.
Well, last time I played Hard Light, the loadout was, I think, claws.
Did you watch Trex Light's video on Hard Light for that
Snaptrap,
explanation? That's what Major Douche
shield,
just said in the
strafing
chat.
run, and then either
It's Trexite, enough said.
Oh, and the asshole kept overriding my supercharges with his supercharges. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, or he just like said, "Oh, this guy's throwing a supercharge. Let me throw one out." So like I would dump 2 supercharges to stack my dots up on the supercharge, and then bam, he'd throw the supercharge out and cancel mine out. I was like, really, man? What the fuck? I said it right at the beginning too, right at the beginning of the raid because he
Right.
did it. I dropped my supercharge and he canceled it out. And I was like, man, have some decency and some respect. Wait a little bit.
People
know,
are
like,
too
fuck.
obsessed
Well,
with that
DPS has
scorecard.
become
I know, man. People
overly
are so
competitive.
obsessed
They're
with trying to
cutthroat.
be
They
top
don't care if it hurts
DPS
the team.
that they're just that they do anything to fucking be the top DPS.
They don't care if it hurts the team or sets back or makes the fight go longer. They will just cut off other people just for their own.
Like that
They're
dude
too
hitting
obsessed
everybody
with
with the whip, putting the fucking strain on the healers, healing them, and then he puts the strain on the trolls because they have to feed you more power just because he's stubborn and he wants to stand there and whip everything. Like, get good, bro. Like, there's a time to stand close and a time to stand back. Like, that's the difference between a good DPS and a bad DPS.
I'm getting
Remember
a ton
when-
of T-shirt ideas from just
Remember-
listening.
Remember when
Double
DPSs would just ignore people that were dead?
Yeah,
They
it
would-
still
they
happens,
would keep
Vagrant. It happens
DPSing.
all the time.
Oh.
I was gonna not pick that dude up a
You-
few times and he died, but
Do you have DPSs that actually pick other people up on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're trying to finish the content.
Now, if it's Berserk and he goes down, we teabag him. I mean,
True.
sometimes like if Rock or somebody dies next to me, we're not like
Well, you
competing.
guys are
like,
buddies,
I guess
so-
we're always competing, but it's
Yeah.
like friendly. So like if I go down or Rock goes down, like he'll stand right over me and throw another power before he picks me up, and I'll do the same thing to him, just to bust his balls a little bit. But like we don't like not go pick people up just because we're like, all right, if this
I
guy
know.
dies, I could DPS for 2 minutes without him here. Like that's stupid. I hate when people do
Too
that.
many people are custard like that. Our league's like that too. We don't care.
It's
Everyone
too
picks
much
up
of a
everyone.
competition.
Yeah,
I like
we
to have
don't.
friendly competition. Don't get me wrong. Like when I go into like a group with other people, I just like to poop on other people.
and then run your mouth about it. Yeah.
No, I don't run my mouth.
Aw.
If I'm not getting hit, or if I have a shield, like when I was hard light, if I had a shield or something like that, I go and pick other people up. It was a healer, tank, whatever. If I can pop a shield, or if I don't have any aggro on me or taking any damage, I'll pick them up. But like otherwise, if like I'm across the room and wave, I'm like, I ain't going that far.
Like if you notice in my videos, I never show the scoreboard. Maybe like once in a while the scoreboard sneaks into my videos, but I don't show the scoreboard because we don't need to brag about fucking
Yeah.
I was top DPS or look how low your fucking DPS was. Like I don't fucking do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, anybody in the chat that's having trouble, sometimes Twitch will like it just cuts out on you. Just go ahead and keep refreshing your screen. You may have to watch some stupid advertisement or something, but that happens all the time. I do apologize for that.
Plus
and
with the-
if anybody
scoreboard
has an
thing,
iPhone and they have problems, or an iPhone or an iPad, and you have problems watching some YouTube videos, you could download the app called, let me look at my phone. It's called VideoTube. It's like a
Video
fucking
tube?
generic YouTube fucking player, but it plays every YouTube video, no matter copyrighted music, third-party music, no matter what. Like if it's not viewable on mobile, it's viewable on that app.
Yeah, but what about Twitch?
Oh, I don't know anything about
Twitch
Twitch. Twitch
mobile-
is garbage for mobile.
Yeah, Twitch mobile's not very good that I've seen, my experience.
Because some people have problems viewing like my videos or other people's videos. I see their comment, it's not available on mobile.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you have a Droid, if they have that same app, but they might because it's like a fucking third-party app. But it works fucking awesome. I never have a problem watching anything YouTube-wise on it.
But you can download us from iTunes. I just thought I'd throw that out there just to remind people. I do have the latest episode up on iTunes a few days ago. Episode 32 and 33 will not be available on iTunes. I just had a problem. I had some problem with it. So we kind of skipped a couple episodes on iTunes, but we're back
Everybody
on
who has
schedule.
accounts channel, like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're back on we're back on schedule, so just thought I'd throw that in there.
So
You finally got room for stuff. Your shit got renewed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid that problem in the future, but because most of our views come off of iTunes. I think we've hit 35,000 downloads off
Fucking
iTunes.
more views than my channel. Jesus.
So
Probably.
I don't know. You've been hating a lot on DPS as a scorecard. They might not be happy now.
I hate on everybody equally.
Equal opportunity hater,
I'm
right
surprised
there.
I'm still allowed on the forums, to be honest. I think they just get a kick out of the things I say.
Well, you don't get rude with people, do you? You don't.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
he does.
do.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Oh, okay.
He's that guy.
Not all the time, but when it comes to a point and you're still really stupid, then I'm that guy. That's a
Yeah.
dick.
Crappy's the guy.
I just plain out say like you suck. You know,
Crappy's the
fuck
guy. If
you.
he's under fire, he'll grab the guy next to him to dodge bullets.
Yeah.
He'll throw everybody else under the bus first.
Yeah, it's funny, Crappy. On
Yeah.
when we're live, you're like, oh, I like everyone, and then as soon as we're not live, it's I hate these people. I hate those people.
I just hate the forums, man. Why is everybody so stupid on the forums? Like, I'm on the forum page now. Let me fucking click on this shit. Oh, this is OP. Nerf this. Blah blah blah. Phase dodge. Clipping.
Mage Lord wants to know why he wants you to do some PvP. Are we going to be PvPing when the armories come out? I know
When
the
new
contract
stuff comes
killers.
out, I'm gonna do some PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
gonna
the
be doing
contract
Legends,
killers are
though.
going to.
I ain't gonna be doing regular PvP.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
hate regular PvP, man.
I'm gonna be spamming Legends a lot.
Yeah, you're
Regular
looking
gear,
forward
and then
to
I'll
the.
It's
do-
fun
and
for
then I'll
me,
do
man. With all the
arenas.
noob shit, all the fucking debuffs and stuff. Like, I just want to go in there and have a quick match and be over. I don't want nobody to die for 10 fucking minutes.
Hey, Vagrant, have they released any more info on the two new Legends characters, Saint Walker
Atrocitus and Saint Walker.
Yeah.
Atrocitus is going to be your run-of-the-mill DPS. He's probably going to have some kind of supercharge, the way that they hinted at it.
Right.
And then he might have some rage mechanics where he goes into Berserk.
With a finishing move. Which one had the finishing move? That was Saint Walker, wasn't it? That had a finishing move.
I don't think they said that any of them have.
Oh,
his
okay.
finish.
I thought they
I
did.
don't
They
know,
said
but I'm
Saint
gonna-
Walker was going to be like...
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I just heard you correctly. You said Atrocitus is going to go into Berserk.
He doesn't get that,
Okay.
Kaiser. Never mind.
I feel sorry for Berserk.
We have a guy in our league
That's
named
going to
Berserk.
haunt him
So,
for a while.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
And then they kind of basically said that Saint Walker is going to play a lot like Dr. Fate, where he's very support based. So
Right.
he's probably going to be based off of shields.
I hope they
And
put that
buffing
stuff
the
up on the
other
test server soon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's going to
It's
be.
probably going to be in the next week or two.
I hope so.
hopefully.
I mean, because how long do they normally have stuff on the test server? A couple weeks or?
Week or
1
two.
or 2
2 weeks or
Yeah.
so. When it's a DLC, it's usually 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Get everything all fixed up. Make sure Odyssey can do it.
What?
Yeah,
Name a
they
feed
gotta
after
they gotta
Odyssey.
make sure their favorite players can do it.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, the day that they come out with a feat named after a certain player, that will be the day that I quit this game. Since they have a feat named after Odyssey League, but man, I would just quit this game if that happened. I'm sorry.
They gave you a choice at the end of the raid what to do, and you have to turn your back or keep going on.
It'd be,
I think I'll turn my back right away just to get that feat point.
yeah, it'd be Guild. Yeah, it'd be Guild Wars 2 back for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mage Lord's wanting a Mage Lord feat added into the game.
Mage Lord already completed one of the hardest feats in the game.
Ooh, oh no.
He put up
Yep.
with that dude and stayed in the same league. For
Yeah,
one-
they should give you free membership for life. Playing with that guy, really?
You deserve like an extra 50 skill
Yeah,
points.
you deserve a
even staying
legendary
week in the same league as
status.
that guy.
They're going to give you DLC for free. They're going to give you lifetime membership. They're going to give you a free pass to go out to SOE Live.
Yeah,
They'll fly you out.
they need to put you in a statue in the Hall of Heroes for anyone that puts up with that guy more than a month.
They should have you with a foot on top of his chest, maybe, or at least stomping on top of an SP, just munching that bitch out like it's a used cigarette.
This guy just replied to one of my posts in the troll forum. He's like, "That's the problem with people. They think our job is to first fill the blue bar when we're called controllers because we're supposed to crowd control. Shut
Smack
the
him.
fuck
Crappy
up,
is raging.
Man, I wish I could just tell this guy to
But
shut
the
the
problem is,
fuck
I
up
agree
on the
with some
floor.
of his points. Like,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
not that guy. Crappy.
What is the point of having a tank if
Yeah,
you're...
okay.
Oh my god.
Me tanking, I'm crowd control.
Yeah.
You guys are
His
for
crowd,
the
the
battery
troll's crowd
and
control
the
is for
debuff.
if ads get loose.
In
Then
other
they could-
in other
then they could
MMOs,
do
I'd have
that.
to agree with them, but DCUO is not the typical MMO. The mechanics don't work that way.
But look out. Here's the problem. Every role has a primary and secondary objective. You know, the tank is supposed to sit up there and hold the aggro and crowd control. The healer is supposed to heal and then put preemptive stuff like shields and protective. The troller is supposed to give power primary and control second. You only control ads. Like, if a bot wakes up in Nexus away from the tank, you stun him until the tank can pull him.
Right.
Stuff like that. You're not constantly... That's your secondary role. Your main thing is to restore power to the group. The healer can't heal if he doesn't have power. Then the tank dies and everyone dies. You aren't a pure battery, but you're going to be crowd controlling a lot less than you're going to be given power. People don't realize this.
And these people that think crowd control, if the tank stood still and didn't do anything, and you tried to crowd control the ads would shit all over everybody if you just tried to crowd control the ads. That would
And
never fucking happen.
And
Crappy-
the controller crowd controlling these ads. It's better if the tank has them in a small group. If you have the ads crowd controlled everywhere, the DPSs have to spread out. It's much better if the tank does it because they're all in a nice little group and you just burn them.
And say you do crowd control them, they're going to get immune to the crowd control moves that you're using on them. Plus, where are you getting all this power to keep fucking throwing stuns on them every 2 seconds?
Well,
I don't
like
know.
with quantum, it's their POT though.
It's not...
With all the powers, it's the POT.
You don't
Terra
really
Tendrils
stun a
does
lot of
it.
people
Well,
with that
stuns.
move, though. What do you pick
Quantum's
up? You
got the
stun
best
two
one where
people
they
with that?
like lift them up or like they pull them down, so that way they're actually stunned for a while.
But still, just
know.
imagine if you were going into the first boss room of Nexus. How you crowd controlling those guys as a troll? Get lost, Even in the hallways, like the ads before nerfed Nexus, if you went in there without the tank,
You're
people
dead.
are gonna get pooped upon.
Yeah, you're dead.
Even if you're fucking stunning them, you can't stun everybody, and the stuns are gonna wear off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's why like if you guys let me tank for you guys once, you'll kind of see like you don't need a crowd control with me. I make sure everybody's nice and lined up in a way, or I make sure if there's a problem somewhere behind you, I'll grab all the aggro I need to just to bring them up front.
And
Yeah,
you know
and then
what?
then Mac DCs.
Plus, players, it's so hard to build your own power in DC Universe. You know what I mean? It is hard. It takes a long time to build your own.
If you're not a troll, the reason why the trolls could build their power is because they have such high vite.
Right.
Anybody else cannot build their
Cannot
power
do
that
it.
fast.
So that's gotta
when
be
the
your main
people in the
focus.
forums
But
say,
Right.
"Oh,
the two weapons
everybody could
though,
fucking
that-
do weapon combos and fucking revive their power." No, it doesn't work that way if you're not a troll.
And
Right,
the
so
other
the other-
thing.
Yeah, the other thing
I'm
is that
sorry.
the two weapons for a troller really to use. I mean, granted, something that shoots fast, so you have to, get up to about 6 hit markers or whatever, the 6 counter hits or whatever. If you get up to that, that's when you start building your power back. But like Quagmire was telling me one day was when you use hard light trolling, the best one to use is brawling or two-handed because then you need like 4 or 5 hits,
Yeah, it's
and then you
lower
start
numbers.
building power back.
With hard light though, I'm gonna do a controlling loadout, a controlling video with hard light. You could actually use the constructs and repeat them over and over and never have to use your weapon combos or barely any power.
Hey,
And
Crappy.
you could fucking revive a ton of power that way.
Berserk
when you're
brought up the
trolling.
point of the tanks in Wave having an explosive block. Really? Do people really do that?
I've never seen it
Yeah.
in Wave, but I've seen it in Nexus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, Kid Slayer said they had a tank in pre-game update 32 that had an explosive block in the
I've
first
seen
room.
that before.
Dude,
That sounds
we
like
did
someone
'cause
that we
Primal
know
Batman
that would probably do.
basically lunges the whole time. He lunges at you. So
Yeah.
Primal would fucking get knocked out of the group with explosive block, and then he would lunge back in, get knocked back out, lunge back in, and it was just over and over. I was like, oh my god, dude. We made the guy leave and fucking change his shit.
But in his eyes, maybe if he was under geared, I could probably see explosive block kind of being beneficial, to get some of that that damaging onto them for so much. Give them some space to breathe. But that seems like that's just over. Like you can't really use explosive block.
No.
Oh, that's fucking.
I mean, if anything else, like a DPS should be using explosive block or like a
That's
healer
like a tank using
whoever
whirling
drops.
dervish.
just turns into like a laugh fest.
In our old league, we had a tank that just insisted on using whirling dervish, and he could not hold aggro. He could not hold aggro to save his life, man.
All you gotta do is use powers, touch stuff with your pull.
Yeah,
I like fire the best personally. Fire is awesome for holding aggro.
Yeah.
Fire is good. It just takes
burning ticks
fire it's a learning curve.
Not really.
It's a skill point. You got to have skill points to run fire.
You gotta have skill points and knowledge. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. If you're running Nexus with like 80 skill points, you better be ice because fire. You need to have that health and you need to have.
That's
you
a
need
must.
150 plus, I think, for fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot. You even need more than that if you're gonna fill out everything. I don't think there's enough skill points in the game to fill everything out that you would need in fire. If you went with all your resto and healing and shit like that.
Because Lifestealer tanked Nexus and Wave for us last night. What's he got on his alt tank? He's got maybe 80 skill points?
No, I think it's more than that. I think he's near 100.
Is he near 100? Okay. I know it's his alt.
He was in 85 gear.
That's a character he hadn't played in 4 months. I mean,
I'm about to do some nature tank, and I found out that I could stop the bosses and stuff when they're charging and shit without them killing me. So I'm about to fucking bust out the fucking monkey and start fucking tanking shit and waving Nexus. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Okay,
I
next
couldn't
time we
believe it.
run
Like
wave,
the
I
boss was
want
just
you to do
charging
that.
at me the other day when I was healing. I was like, you know what? Fucking stopping this bitch. Let's see. He fucking bounced right off me. I was like, that's what I thought. I'm OP when I heal. I guess you just can't kill me.
So
I miss healing too, man. Real bad from doing all this DPSing.
What's some of the stuff that we're wanting them to add into the game for the next year? I mean, does anybody have any opinions on that or
diminishing returns?
What I don't know what is that?
He's probably talking about the thing I was going to bring up.
It's where you get stunned repeatedly and it's old as hell. They need to fucking fix that.
It's terrible in the T5 alert Trigon's prison. Like, the fucking Avatar of Sin or whoever he is, the guy with the wings, you cannot fucking block break that guy. And all those other people in there, the people that you fight, I don't know, maybe they have brawling on them or something, but every time they do a brawling combo, they will knock you down and stun you every single time. Now, I could stun them once the whole fucking entire match, and then they're immune to it for the whole fucking thing. But them, they fucking knock me over, I stand back up, they knock me back over with the same move. I was like, really? What the fuck? What kind of garbage is that?
They could spam the same shit on you, and it's the same for PvP, sort of.
You can't even out PvP them because there's nothing, like, you can't block break them.
I'm looking for, like Mage Lord just brought up, I'm looking forward to an electric buff, them doing an overhaul of electric and earth. That would be nice.
The only thing they're gonna touch with light is the support tree.
Yeah, they need that. They need a range POT.
90% of what's in the support tree is fucking useless.
Garbage.
Here's something we need for 2014, and someone brought this up on the forums this week. I just don't remember the post, but they need to revisit the skill trees. Someone was saying like when they revisited nature and the other powers, like they changed the precision buffs from like, oh, Carnage doesn't give such and such precision; it gives a percentage now.
Like Anoint does for Celestial.
We need that for like the might bonuses, the health, the resto. We need that for the number, like plus 60 might off of one thing in the skill points meant something when max might was like maybe 1,000 to 1,200. It doesn't mean nearly as much anymore. It's like skill points don't matter anymore, and we need that to be a percentage.
Skill points do matter, but
they should probably revisit the trinkets too. Then instead of giving you just base stats, give you a percentage.
Yeah, they need to revisit all that since they started with Carnage and the other stuff, and they need to do Hive Mind now. Instead of giving that flat-out Resto and Might bonus, that needs to be a percentage like Carnage and the rest of them.
If skill points points made that big of a deal, though? Sorry, I'm high. I'm gonna say some
No.
fucked up words. Don't be laughing at me.
No, not you.
Black
No,
box.
never.
But if skill points meant that much, like if they increased the fucking things on skill points, I saw the forum. Everyone's like, they ran out of shit to fucking complain about. So they're like, we should make having more skill points better, so everyone could be a super fucking elitist. You know, then no one's gonna want. It's gonna be harder for undergeared people that have less skill points to do shit, because you're gonna
No,
be able to
the
inspect people's skill points.
Especially
now.
if they're. I want. When did they ever say when they're going to put that in the game? Is that going to be in a DLC or an update? I'm sure
What are you
it's going to be in an
talking
I
update.
don't know, but the people that have a problem with this are the people that A, don't want to put the time into it to grind a character up on skill points, or B, they're the people that flip-flop and have like 12 different alts that they play, running all of them through raids each week, and they just don't want to sit down and focus on anything. Like, pick your character and get some skill points on somebody. You know, don't complain about it just because you don't want to go and do it.
I feel like
should
my
do something.
character is already pretty fucking awesome though, and I would be a little OP if more of my skill points meant more. I don't think.
Well,
it
they
would
just
be
have to
fair.
balance it. They have to make sure it doesn't make you completely OP, but that you're still getting a decent return on the time and effort you put into the game.
Yeah,
They have to just
make
balance-
them worth something.
They have to be worth more than they are now. Though.
Puppeteer put something that's just up on Twitter about our league, Kaiser. He's like, laugh out loud, look at your league now. It's like, what? I don't know. I need to get Twitter up.
I'll be right back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Just
What did he do?
I don't know what he did. He might have brought some people in. I don't know.
He better not have.
Improvise asked me, Count, have you played DayZ at all? I did. I played for about a half an hour. I couldn't stop my bleeding, and I died. So
It seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun because the DayZ that I just picked up, you can actually like handcuff people and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Is that the standalone or the mod?
I got the standalone.
I think it's a standalone.
Okay.
Yeah, you told me about a mod, and I was confused, Vagrant. I was like,
There's a standalone, and then there's the Arma 2 mod.
Arma 2 mod. I almost bought
Yeah.
the wrong thing, but I got the standalone. I played it a little bit. I didn't really have time, but I played more Nether than I did DayZ.
Yeah.
But
I was
DayZ,
watching-
you need a group in DayZ.
Yeah, I was watching Gold Glove. He had a character all like beefed up. He had an M4 and all that stuff. He handcuffed this guy and was like feeding him like window cleaner and rotten apples and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw somebody eat a rotten apple, and it said it has a bad taste in his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I saw somebody in the chat said you can rip up your shirt and stop the bleeding. Yeah, I didn't know that until after I got off the game. I got on YouTube and saw somebody do that. So it's a game I'm going to get into in a little while. You know, I'm going to play it down the road a little bit.
What
Yeah.
game is that?
DayZ.
DayZ standalone.
Yeah.
When you get your
More
PC.
zombies.
Oh no, here we go, Macabre. He's gonna.
Did you bring up that Twitter?
No, I haven't. I'll get it. I'll get it after the
before
show.
Before he brings up other games, you should probably talk about the two big announcements that you guys probably wanted to talk about before the show's over.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it
Well,
away.
one with the Super Patriot thing. I guess Kaiser probably wants to take off on this one now.
Haven't I already?
We
well,
kind of already
I mean-
touched on it on that one.
Yeah, a lot of the guys leaving the league or getting kicked out because of I guess the drama.
Yeah, a lot of drama. Somebody
And
that
then,
just for someone that dips their toe in drama from time to time, he sure does have a
Well,
problem
it's the
keeping the
same
league
stuff.
together.
It's the same stuff we've always known.
Yeah, I
He's
mean
a
it's
different
nothing
person
new.
on YouTube
I mean,
than he is in game.
yeah, that's
I mean,
Yeah.
how many leagues has he been through?
that's nothing new to me. I mean, I could have told everybody what the shit going on. I could have told you if you would have just came to me and said, "Hey, what do you really?" I tried to tell everyone, but you know,
It's going to go just like it did before. People
Yeah,
are mad at him. He's
you didn't
eventually going to leave his own league.
people
and make
didn't
a
want to
new league.
listen to me because I'm buddies with Smile Before Death. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Smile Before Death. You might think he's a cocky SOB or whatever, but I've been talking to the guy. I've been talking to the guy for about 6 months, 7 months. He's been nothing but super cool to me. Anytime that I need any help with like a video or vice versa, he's always there. I will help anybody you want. I mean, he just doesn't like to be constantly bashed in his comments time after time. And yeah, he's a cocky kid. He comes off wrong to a lot of people. There's no doubt. But
he's from the UK. They're different over
he's
there.
a good guy. Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy, trust me. But he is cool. I mean, I talked to him on Skype. Like, we talk all the time now on Skype because we're planning some videos together. Trust me, the dude in real, like Orbit made a video saying how, Smile's terrible. Well, too, if you will look on Orbit's channel 2 weeks before he did that video, he just did a video about Smile saying what a great guy he is. Now, how can 2 weeks he go from being a great guy to the scum of the earth? I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? So, that's all I'm going to say on it. But
yeah,
people didn't want to listen to me because they think that I'm like I'm buddies with Smile, but it's got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Super Patriot didn't get the nickname Super Hypocrite for no reason.
Yeah, really. I mean, so, and it's just not me. Before I even knew who any of these players were when I started playing the game, I have a friend that lives about 15 miles from me that plays on the hero side. He told me one time, he goes, man, I play on the hero side when I was raiding the other day, and there's this guy named Super Patriot, and he is the biggest jerk I've ever played with. And I didn't even know who Super Patriot was at the time. And I was like, oh, And then I had another friend who plays that lives in that same town, and he plays on the heroes, and he said the exact same thing to me like a month later, saying, man, there's this real asshole that plays the game. And I was like, I'm not making this stuff up, so... Anyway.
God, you guys are terrible.
I'm not
Jeez.
terrible. I just speak the truth,
Just
Pretty
because
much.
it's private
You get
message, Super
preached.
Patriot doesn't mean you're any different, Crappy.
Yeah.
I am an equal opportunist. I like everybody equally.
Okay, so then here's the other thing.
Except
Another
the
person
retarded
you
people
talk to,
on the forums. I fucking
Crappy.
hate them.
Another guy you talk to a lot, Obsidian Chill.
I don't talk to him a lot, but
Well, you guys
he's a
message
good
back
guy.
and forth. Yeah.
I like his attitude.
Did you see his video today yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so him leaving Odyssey because they think that they're top shit because of their epic Odyssey feat, and that they wanted to complete the league run and have it ran as intended to be done, even though Obsidian actually said, hey, we got this way of working it out where you have the one healer, one tank, and then 3 trolls and 3 DPS, and you pillar tank. And they were all against it because that's not the way the raid was intended to work.
Well, basically, like he said, they didn't think of it, so
Yeah, so they're going to just throw it under like they didn't hear it and stuff like that. But then the other thing was that like he even said he took days off from work just so he can raid with them. And then
he sounds
later
like he
on-
put his time in,
Yeah,
taking
Right.
days off from work and everything,
Right.
making
Yeah.
sure he could be there.
Exactly. And then having nothing but Odyssey just sit there and talk about how, if they're putting a league run together, they run with the same 8 guys or same 10 guys or whatever. They just flip-flop characters every once in a while so they can get those people in there because they know how they run, what they do, what needs to be done. And that's how they run it. So he was saying like how Odyssey was just so segregated because it pretty much just split the league because you have these group of guys doing that and you have another group of guys over here. It's hard to actually get a guy in to run, even though, that one guy is taking days off work so he can play 5 hours behind you guys. And it's like how could you be like this? I don't know, just make that guy that mad, just be like, I'm going to leave.
I always noticed they were really quiet. Like they never really put their opinions down on the forums too much and everything. And like Odyssey is like a quiet league.
Right.
They never like to speak out. I mean,
Yeah.
they do a little bit, but not a real lot. Like me, I can't hold it back. And like Chill seems like that kind of dude too. Like if he wasn't in there, and like sometimes I see people arguing with him on the forums about stuff, but he really didn't, like he would just drop it, and probably because he was in Odyssey. But like if he wasn't, he would probably just be like, listen, bitch, this is how it is. Shut the fuck up.
So he made a video about all this. So
Yeah, he put it up there and he was talking about how his USPC league, that family one, they were actually getting closer to the Epic Odyssey feat using the 3 troller layout or role specifics, and then pillar tanking. And then when he said, "Hey, Odyssey, you know, like we can do it this way. It will actually work. We're close with the other league." They threw it like this. They didn't even. I didn't hear that. Like they didn't want to do it that way because they wanted to do it the intended way.
Any way is
I see.
intended. Any way you have the bosses positioned on the floor is intended, unless you're
Yeah.
flying above them. Like the One Piece thing that was a glitch, but whatever. It wasn't at the time, you know.
Or sticking them on the wall where they can't move.
They just found a way
Yeah.
around, you know,
Yeah,
and they flew.
if you stick them on the wall where they can't move, that's not as intended.
That's not as intended, but that's not.
It's
the
not
end
a
of the
real
world.
serious. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the shit where you were fucking glitching the door and stuff like that's a glitch. If you flew above them and you found out you took less damage, fucking more power to you. Whatever, you know, like
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
some
different.
people could look upon it as they frown upon that, but whatever.
I've done a run where the tank, I was healing and I was in a pug group and the tank was like, "Oh, I'll just stick him over here on the wall," and the side boss never moved. I mean, I guess you could accuse me of glitching because I didn't leave the instance, but
It's a
I
little
was
bit of
like,
an exploit, but it's not as bad as some of the other
but
shit
I'm not
that
going to
was
call anybody for doing it. You know, I don't.
Now, you know what? I totally don't even blame anybody for doing the glitch because you can't get no fucking loot out of there. You know?
It's hard to get the loot. It is. It's the same loot over and over. No
If you've done the
plans.
glitch,
No good
more
plans at
power to
all.
you.
Yeah.
Was it a
Well,
1% chance
it
of
was
getting
all-
a plan? I don't know.
It was DC's fault. All those glitches would have never happened if the gear was purchasable, because then nobody would have been trying to run it a million times to get fucking lucky to get a piece of gear.
Yeah.
There would have
See,
been
I'm
none
not-
of those glitches.
I'm not even like a stranger to that kind of system because all other MMOs are all based on loot luck.
Right.
You don't get
But
to
you get
buy
enough marks
gear.
to buy the stuff.
You don't get to buy gear. No, that's not
No,
how other
you have to get
MMOs work.
drops.
You get drops, and then for other MMOs, it's based on class. So there's even more luck
Well,
based
I
on
guess
other
Final
MMOs.
Fantasy, the way it's going now,
DC is
fuck.
spoiled as fuck.
Yeah, but DC's not a true. I always say DC. It's an MMO.
It's more
It's
casual.
an MMORPG, but it's a lot lot. I don't. You know what I mean? It's
I
Nobody
count it the
wants to
same
play it like Final
because they
Fantasy.
market it as
Right.
an MMORPG. That's what it is. There's gear, there's marks, there's PvP arenas. Shit, half the stuff that's in this game is copied straight from World of Warcraft.
But Vagrant, a lot of the newer MMOs they're getting rid of the need greed system as well. Like Guild Wars 2 doesn't have that. You get your own gear in Guild Wars 2. You get a
Yeah,
shit
but
ton
you
of gear.
still-
A lot
you
of it's not
still
usable,
have
but
but what I'm saying is in like end game raids, it's still all based off of what drops and if you get lucky.
right. I mean, you can
See, but
purchase
that's
gear.
like real grindy shit. You know, like this isn't like a game like that.
It's
more
the same
casual.
shit. It's an MMORPG. See, get that casual shit out the fucking door.
Well, man,
Right.
the way they
'Cause
made the
that's
game
what's-
is more casual than World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's kind of
or
it's
something.
well, yeah, it's
that's
much more.
That's what's ruining it. Then you need to get that shit out of here.
But
This
that's the
game
console.
Is not a casual game.
The console part of it is kind of has always leaned towards that they cater to the console side of it. If it was strictly a PC game, you'd see more of a hardcore MMO
I could get a
RPG
guy
type.
to
If this
fucking
game was
G5
a
in week.
casual
That's
game-
casual.
If this game was a casual game, replay badges and shit wouldn't exist.
Right. It's kind of their
If this is a
walking the
casual
line.
game,
Yeah.
then they would not be nickel and diming you like a motherfucker.
Yeah. So you're more of a hardcore MMO player than a lot of players that play on the
I've
console.
been around. I know what all
Yeah.
these MMOs do. This
Yeah,
is nothing
yeah.
new.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like buying gear. That's why people lose interest in games. Because not getting gear, fucking getting a piece of gear.
I don't
every
know.
other
World of
week.
Warcraft has been pretty damn strong for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It's more popular than DC, that's for sure.
That's not my kind of game, though, and I bet a lot of people feel the same way. I like to see progression. I don't like to wait forever and ever.
Progression in World of Warcraft is considered sitting on your ass for 3 hours, grinding one boss to see if you can even get past it.
Right.
Yeah, see, that's too
Because
much.
because raids in World of Warcraft are like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
wanna
it's a
fucking
strategy
be
meeting.
stuck in a
There-
raid for 2
You do
hours.
practice runs in World of Warcraft. Like they get people together knowing they're not going to get by it, but they see if they can get a little closer to getting by that boss. Because each boss, you have to follow a certain strategy. If you don't, you just can't overpower it like you can in DC Universe.
I remember doing progression in Star Wars: The Old Republic. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
Because it actually required strategy. You had to be on your toes. You had to be at the top of your game.
Yeah, DC, you can just...
You make one fuck up, and that makes the whole raid go down.
Well, it's the same in Guild Wars, too.
Yep.
You can't overpower stuff because it's level scaling. Whatever raid... I wish they had level scaling in DC. That's one thing I wish they had. Like, if you go into Batcave Outer, all your stats are scaled down to make it more challenging.
Hey, your fucking power consumption is scaled up, so you can't do any moves, so it's kind of fair.
Well, DC has this problem where we're spamming spells like freaking crazy. In other MMOs, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah,
you don't spam
it's
spells.
Much different.
You're doing different things. You're letting your weapons hit, so you can get back mana to cast spells.
Isn't
You're
that the
not
difference?
constantly.
Is
but
because
that's
they're
with
playing
DC,
super, villains and superheroes and stuff, and they use, powers and stuff. They don't really need to regen.
We don't even get to see the animation.
You can clip the animations.
That's the how do I feel super powerful if my character looks like he's having a goddamn seizure?
Okay, here's the question. Hey, Vagrant. Here's the
'Cause you
question.
kill everything.
Here's the question I'm going to give you though, Vagrant. Why do you play the game?
I play the game because it's different, and I want to see them fix the game because the reason this game isn't more popular is because at launch there wasn't a lot to do, and there's problems like clipping and the PvP problems. That's why it's not more popular.
Clipping is not a problem. Anybody
It
can
is.
do it.
No, I'm not saying that people can't do it. I'm saying it's weighing the game down because I've tried to ask people to play this game. And when they watch me play this game, they're like, "What's your character doing? Why don't I see anything happening?" And I'm like, "Well, there's this mechanic called clipping where, you don't see the animation, you cancel it so you get all the powers damage." But and then they're just like, "Well, that sounds retarded. What's the point of animators even making animations and shit like that if you don't even fucking see it?"
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Why did they go through the hassle of going through all the
I can't wait for the Rage Twitch because they're gonna be like, "Man, I love the way Rage looks," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! You're not even gonna see half that shit."
You still see all the moves. It's just you fucking.
Not really. I see my character put his fists in the air every now and then. That's about it.
Yeah, I get your reasoning for it, but it's like the clipping these days. Like, how long did it actually take for people to find out about clipping?
Since launch, and that was
It would
actually
take
not
so
an
long
intended
to
game
fucking
mechanic.
do shit without
on
clipping.
on console it seemed like forever till they finally were like, "Hey, what's up with this clipping stuff?" And then they were like explaining to us that they put it in the game.
During launch, that it was a glitch. That was not an intended.
Right,
game.
it wasn't intended. Yeah.
Clipping on PC is out of control. Now you guys could clip stuff that we could never imagine clipping.
They can macro though.
Yeah, we macro. That's why we're able to make our character look like he's standing still, but does top DPS.
That's why I don't watch loadout guides on DPS from players from the PC.
Yeah, PC
Because
is totally different.
Guys like that Kaiser 007, he's got an unfair advantage being able to do that like that. You know what I mean? If you come to the console and you're just average.
But that's the reason why clipping is holding this game back in a way. It's a cool mechanic, but it shouldn't have been made where you can clip everything in the game.
You can't clip everything. Only beneficial powers clip other powers.
You can use a trinket to clip things. You can use consumables to clip things. You can use other powers to clip things.
Oh yeah, what's wrong with that though?
That's why phage dodge exists.
That's right.
No, I agree with Vagrant. I think
Phase dodge
clipping,
is a
they
good
need to get
power.
rid of clipping. I agree
If you
totally.
couldn't clip it, will never go
At
away.
this point, there's no way they can get rid of.
No, there's no
clipping
way they can
because
get rid of
their
it
fan
now.
base
Yeah.
is all like, if you remove clipping, you're gonna destroy the game. It's like,
It would destroy
No.
DPS. If you,
But-
how would you
but-
play hard light if you couldn't clip?
I just think it's funny.
It would be a slow
that
power
these
that does just
animators
average
spend
damage.
so much time on these animations, and then you can't even fucking see it because you clipped this shit. Like, I remember when, like I said before, when they were showing off Shield, like all these animations, and Jens was going like, "Oh, I love the way like he pops up and like kicks the shield off of him." I'm like, nobody's gonna ever see this animation, ever.
Nobody ever does that because it's long as fuck. Maybe in PvP.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
It's too long, so nobody
animators-
uses it.
The animators spent so much time working on an animation like that, and no one gives a fuck because they just clip the shit. What's the point of making any kind of animation?
I agree
like
with
when
you.
new powers come out, they're just gonna recycle animations because they know they can get away with that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you
It's
don't
kinda
have
like-
power and you have to do the whole animation.
It's kind of like to the fact where you can just sit there, raise your hand, or throw your hands out, and then that's going to be about it.
why do you
we're
think
paying for a game that we're spending? Yeah,
broken?
yeah, we're spending money on things that don't need to be in the game if you just keep clipping, because you don't really need to have an animator sit there and like create this
spend
cool
a day
effect,
doing
but
this.
You're not going to see it anyway.
Yeah, extravagant animation
Exactly.
if
Like,
it's going to be
there's-
cut short anyway.
I'm gonna ask you, like, why do you think games like Star Wars: The Old Republic or Elder Scrolls Online already have like 2 million likes on their Facebook page, and we're struggling getting past 600K?
But clipping is what keeps DPS powers equal with DPS powers. If I couldn't clip nature would be a horrible DPS power.
Or if they
Against other
just
people.
slowed the game down, you wouldn't have to worry about people bitching about power. You wouldn't have to worry about
How are you going to
spending
slow
your
the
whole
game
power
down?
pool in a second.
You'd have to
because
redo the
clipping
whole
is-
game.
Yeah, the game would have to be changed. I mean,
That's why the game's kind of broken.
yeah,
in a
it's
sense.
kind of, we're beating a dead
Yeah.
horse
I
kind of
don't think
because
it's
it's never
broken.
going to go away, like you said, Vagrant. It's going to be in the game.
But that's why this game is never going to get to the potential that it could have been. Why do you think so many people were excited for this game, but it fell off the planet?
Not because
It didn't come back
Well, it didn't
Hell no.
fall off the console planet. It's
No, it didn't come back until it went free to play. I remember playing this game, and
Yeah.
it was so fucking abandoned when I played near launch.
Now, it was abandoned on the PC side, but not on the console side.
'Cause
See,
we
I
never
think
had
this should have been a
like
game
this.
that they just put out on the console. I don't think, you know what I mean?
Because console players, we never seen a game that's actually like this before.
Right. It's so
Where
different.
PC,
for,
they got like 3, 4, 5. I mean, you could probably count how many you've played
Yeah, if
in the
you're a-
last 10, 12 years.
If you're a PC
we've
MMO
never
guy,
seen this.
you probably, DC Universe, you might delve in it, but it's never going to be your main thing. I mean, you're one of the few that really stick to the game, Vagrant. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like hardcore MMO PC players that wouldn't play DC Universe.
It's just funny how it ignored, like, in my opinion, it would be called Game Design 101.
Yeah.
Like, they just refused to fix a glitch, and it kind of shot themselves in the foot.
You would never be able
'Cause
to
they're
have
never
DPS
gonna-
powers without clipping.
But that's
How
why
would
you
you-
got
It worked
you gotta
just fine
find.
during beta. It
Yeah.
worked just fine during beta.
How would you play hard light though?
You would
How would
just,
you play
you
That-
wouldn't
that-
put up,
that's
That-
you
that's
wouldn't
why-
put up
that's why
crazy
Fan got
numbers,
nerfed.
and raids would
That's
take
why
longer.
Fan got nerfed. If Fan actually was working without clipping, you would probably have ticks off Fan instead of just having that one big burst of damage. But you have to use your powers, like, if you're not clipping, you would have to use your powers in situational moments. You can't just sit there and be like, I'm going to just spam all my powers here and there and stand here and not worry about not getting hit.
I like clipping personally.
Well, yeah, because you're more of the button
It adds
masher.
that to the
It's a
game.
button
It makes
masher MMO. Most MMOs aren't like that. Most MMOs are a lot slower. The battles are
I
slower.
feel it takes a little bit more skill to be clipping everything than it does to cast the power and just stand still and wait for the power animation to be over. Like anybody could do that.
No, 'cause if that was the case, then let's say you would have to be more aware about your position. Because say you
Everybody's
cast a
loadout
power-
would be super cookie cutter though. Everybody would be using the same exact thing and just be
You-
standing there through
Well,
all their
yeah, it's-
animations.
it's
And it
Everybody
would
does that
separate-
now.
it
Everybody
would
does
separate
that now.
good players from regular players.
But if the game was made differently, you would not have regular and just like rookie players. You would actually have people using powers that were not as long casting. You know, that's why they have like some of those shorter casting powers, and they put those other powers that when we look at it in level 30, we're like, why are you using that? But when you're leveling up, it's like, we need that shit.
Some powers would be so, like I said though, some powers would be so left behind without clipping. And then that power would be the power nobody played because it was just so blood.
Well, they'd have to
slow.
balance. They would have, if they could
balance,
go back
they
and
would
start
just-
over, they'd have to
yeah.
balance
I think clipping's fine.
the powers.
Stop reading the forums.
But
Clipping is
yeah,
awesome.
like I said before, like if you couldn't clip fan by just jumping out of it or spamming a grenade out of a rifle, you would have your fan ticking like 3 or 4 times while the fan's out.
But,
Fan
But if
only
you
got
jump-
nerfed because of PvP.
but Jay Kingdom,
Whiny bitches and
Because
PvP
because of
complaining.
clipping, because people were clipping fan.
yeah, Jay Kingdom just brought up a good point. DC Universe, I don't think, was built to be a typical MMO. That's what he's saying. It's not.
Not.
You
DC is
can't.
Yeah,
different.
When
but
you're
you all
playing
have-
DC, you can't be thinking of World of Warcraft when you're playing DC.
Yeah,
it's
this
two
is a
totally
totally
different worlds.
different kinda
I mean,
game.
it's-
Yeah.
Just consider this. It's like Vagrant said. DC isn't the typical MMO. He plays it because it's different. We
Right.
don't. Clipping is different. We don't have to be like World of Warcraft
Yeah, don't
and everything
compare
else where
if-
people do. We're a
Yeah.
different game. We clip because we aren't those games.
Right.
It doesn't mean we
If
get rid
there's-
of it to
if-
be like that.
Exactly.
But see, what's funny is that DC borrows a lot of things from World of Warcraft. If it's such a different game, then why do they need to borrow so heavily?
Well, I mean,
Hey,
a
because
lot of MMOs borrow.
All those other MMOs are almost
But you
exactly
just
the
said
same.
Yeah,
that
but-
it's a different game.
It's a different game, but also in retrospect, World of Warcraft borrows from every other MMO before it, but they're different. Does that mean, let's say the first fighting game ever made was Street Fighter, does that mean Mortal Kombat and everything else is a clone of it?
yeah, I mean,
No.
Rift and Guild
Just
Wars
because they're
2.
fighting games, there's similarities.
Killer
borrow
Instinct.
from
Still a different game. Is that a clone?
World of Warcraft is the standard of MMOs. There's
It's
no
the
arguing
standard,
that. It's
but
the
even
standard.
it borrows ideas from its
Yeah,
predecessors.
but
games
you
that came
can't
before.
But even World of Warcraft stole from EverQuest and
Yeah.
Ultima Online. They
I guess-
stole mechanics from that. So you can't really go and say, when I'm playing DC, I don't even think of like Guild Wars 2. I don't try to compare it. I know I make a lot of comparisons, but I'm not going to criticize DC for not being that way. You know what I mean? It's just two different. It's apples and oranges on that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, well, this game should be like more like this, because it's just not. There's features that I wish that they would put into DC Universe that were more like those MMOs, but in the long run, you have to think it's not the same.
It's kind of like apples and oranges, but they both come from trees.
But they both come from exactly.
I don't know. I just look at really old beta footage and say, what happened to that version?
Yeah, you're entitled to your view and opinion. That's why we got you on the show. You have a different,
Have you seen like really old beta footage?
Yeah,
I have.
I've
It
seen
looks badass.
Yeah,
The game looks 10 times better
Yep.
during the really old beta phases.
well, part of that's because the console dragged the game down a little bit. There's no one's going to argue that, But anyway, we got to be wrapping it up, guys.
I think clipping is awesome. That's my theory. Clipping is awesome.
That's another shirt idea. Clipping is awesome. Yeah. So, oh, by the way,
It's just because this is his only game that he plays.
it is basically.
I don't want to play the other MMOs,
Yeah.
man. I don't get my rocks off for fucking getting lucky in raids or waiting 2
He
weeks
can't
to
have
get a
drama
piece of
like
gear.
they do in
But-
DC Universe.
Yeah, I
man.
know, right?
That's probably why some of the people in the league, or other people that used to play DCU are playing Final Fantasies, because it's more to that old MMO type style, where DC's kind of like trying to branch it off somehow and just make it a crumble mess of it. Well, for like legendary PC gamers or something like that, or where console players have never seen that. That's why they keep it, because they kind of want to bring like a new age type feel to it, even though it could ruin the game for them down the long run, or has.
I like to see progression. I don't like to fucking be waiting forever. Those other MMOs are too grindy. They're too
They
slow
are.
paced
It's a
for me.
full-time job. Some of those
I don't like
MMOs,
that, slow paced shit.
But-
I like to get in there, whoop some fucking ass,
And
and
then you
get
gotta
out.
you gotta remember the final thing. MMOs that are like on PC haven't typically in the past done well on console. Like think about this.
EverQuest.
They knew they were going to do console and PC, so they probably had to make a few sacrifices. We've had MMOs on console before. There was Final Fantasy XI on PS2. Final Fantasy XI was also on Xbox. And we've had other stuff like Fantasy Stars and other things like that. Those didn't last very long when it came to console. I think they wanted to try something different to keep the console crowd. Because the console crowd is a big market for games.
And how about this? If you
It's
end it
getting
clipping,
better.
if you
getting
end it
better.
clipping, my healing would suck dick. Everybody would be dying.
Oh,
if there was
yeah.
no
But
clipping.
no. See,
You're thinking
when-
of it as if we removed clipping but didn't change any of the mechanics and formulas of the game.
Yeah,
if they
so
then the
removed
gameplay would
clipping,
be so slow. I've seen gameplay from those other games, and they're super slow.
Do you think
like,
they have the manpower?
you
and
have
the
time to
Right,
look through
but
your
that's-
loadout.
yeah, but
and
while
pick
you're
different
playing it, you don't
things
notice,
and
Crappy.
all
I mean,
kind
you're
of
still
stuff.
having fun. 'Cause-
Yeah, if you were playing a game without clipping, you would have different powers to be using, and you would have to think ahead before you actually were just like,
No,
oh, he
I
needs a quick
totally
heal.
know what you're saying, but I watch gameplay from them, and they're just slow. I'm not down for that slow-paced shit.
yeah. No, it's not all slow.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's just I play this game because it's a little more fast-paced.
yeah, it's a button masher. You
I'm not
like
down
the button mashing
standing-
aspect of it more than the.
Like when I look at Final Fantasy and shit, they have so many loadout things down
Yeah.
there, and then they have time to sift through them and all that stuff. Like you don't have no time to sift through different fucking powers and loadouts and
Well,
shit.
Crappy, if you would have started playing World of Warcraft before DC, you would probably have the opposite
but
take on that.
I
you know
would
what
have
mean?
killed myself.
But still,
if I started playing
Crappy's-
World of Warcraft.
Crappy's right on this. It's like this MMO takes reflexes with strategy. Other MMOs, like I've seen and played some. Like I had a lot of friends that played Final Fantasy XI and stuff. Other MMOs are more just strategy. Like, okay, you keep attack, you get ready to throw your heal spell. The tank's got him. This MMO, you got to act on your feet and be real time.
Right.
Other MMOs are just strategy and menus. Like this one takes more reflex into account. Also, it's just different.
Yeah, it's a button masher, so you know.
It's like the Call of Duty of MMOs.
Yeah.
It's a little more fast-paced.
And
That's
this
just the
is
kind of
where it goes
game I
downhill.
like, though.
Comparing DCO to Call of Duty, another favorite game of the year.
Other
I'm not
people like
gonna lie. I'm
slower,
not too happy with
slower
those.
games and other games like that, and that's cool. You know, that's their opinion. But me personally, I like the more fast-paced play.
It's like
I
it's kind of like God of War MMO a little bit. It's got the same kind of
Yeah.
button mashing, you know. So anyway, guys, we got to wrap it up. This is
I'm just gonna
that
say
long.
that's
Go ahead.
what's cool about the game, but that's
Yeah.
also what fucks up a
Killing it.
lot of the game's mechanics.
right. You know,
Like,
it's
they-
almost
they
better
never
just
really-
to.
they never really
fucked up
make-
the game mechanics.
They never really make any kind of raid boss that has intuitive mechanics or anything that's really like highly intelligent and you have to think about
It's
it.
all brute force. This
It's
game
all,
is a brute
it's
force.
all about how fast you can burn that motherfucker
yeah,
down.
it's a brute force game. I
Why
mean,
do
Hell
you- why
yeah,
do you
what's
think-
wrong
why
with
do you think
that?
they're
I think
doing-
that adds the fun to it.
DCO
Yeah, but the thing
is
is
the
though, the thing
DCOU
is, though-
is the MMO for dummies.
It is. It's
Oh,
basically
in there
an MMO
and
for dummies.
shit
That's
on
exactly
everything. I
right.
don't want to go stand
What's
around
really-
in there for a while.
What's really hilarious though is
And that's
that
why I
when they're
play
doing
it.
things like adding the rock paper scissors thing, where block breaking, and interrupting into raids, and people bitch about it. They're trying to add depth to a depthless game
Yeah.
because it's all about just using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or occasionally pressing square or triangle or X.
Okay, but here's the thing, Vagrant. Do you have fun when you play?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But the
As long-
thing is
okay.
that it feels so shallow.
You
When
know,
I do
so
that-
does a hooker, but I still have fun. You know what
I don't know.
mean?
I have a funny
So,
feeling you bottom out and still not feel a thing in a hooker.
You know, a hooker in Vegas is shallow. You're not going to get
can't
much
bottom out
substance
in a
there.
hooker. Are you
But I'm
kidding me?
still not going to complain about it too much. You know what I mean? So, there you go. Bottom line. I have fun when I play DC Universe. When I stop having fun, I will stop playing.
That's a hot dog down the hallway.
I like cooking.
We gotta go, guys. We're going on 2 hours. I'm not gonna be able to get this one up on iTunes.
There we go. MMO for dummies.
Yep, exactly. That's a good one. So
Dummies and hypocrites.
I just want to announce that I do have a website I'm building right now. It's currently about 80% done right now. It's www.countshockulascrypt.com. It's another place you're going to be able to see the podcast. I do have a whole podcast section on the website. We'll be selling T-shirts. No licensing problems for DC Universe. It's our own thing. So I'll probably unveil it on the next episode. I'll probably unveil the website on the next episode and everything. And yeah, you'll be able to come and see more about the cast and the crew of the DCUO Project. So, and you'll be able to see the latest episode up on there and everything like that. So.
And also with the website, we're starting an Indiegogo to help, SP to get a life.
No. We are starting an Indiegogo, but it's not for that. It's for
No, I just want to say,
for the SOE live trip.
I watched Mage Lord's video, and when he said that some of the drama was, SP came on and was like, I had to leave dinner with my family to handle this shit.
You're taking the game.
Who leaves dinner with their family for a video game?
Now who's
fucking
taking?
God, get a life!
Yeah, now who's taking the game out of real life and putting it in?
This dude
exactly.
has an addiction and some serious issues. He needs professional help.
He probably plays in a Super Patriot outfit when he's.
He probably does.
I mean, people probably make fun of Count when he's dressed up in his outfit, in his video, and I'm sitting here like, man, I bet you he actually sits there and plays in a cape and a mask.
Hey, the reason why I'm going to be doing those videos with me dressed in that ridiculous outfit is for people to make fun of me. I don't take myself seriously, unlike some people in this game that take themselves way too seriously.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I have to go handle DCUO. It's the Patriot symbol. I'm off.
Yeah, hey, you know
I
what?
heard rumors that somebody has
Mom,
to
can
be
I get
very
a ride?
quiet in their bedroom
Can I get a ride,
while
Mom?
the commentaries so that mommy doesn't hear them.
And you know what the Super Patriot symbol is? It's somebody flipping somebody off, basically. That's what it is. So
I thought it was a Harvey Dent Two-Face symbol.
Yeah, I thought it was that coin.
The bottom line is, don't call other people out for taking the game too serious, because the people that are doing the calling out are taking this game way too serious. So look at yourself in the mirror before you call other people out. That's all I'm saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's SP undercover. You hiding underneath the blanket?
And you don't own the game. Other people, you may think you own the game because you're on the council and all that stuff, and you got maps on Skype, but you don't own the game.
Fucking input in.
All right?
Yeah,
so,
talk to Jens.
Other people play this game as well, and it's a community game. So start acting like it. That's all I can say.
Dinner with family.
Somebody needs to get me on the council. I need to be on
I leave
there.
the
I
game
need
to
to
go
share
take
my
a
opinion.
piss.
Nobody in their right mind.
Shits in a diaper.
Nobody in their right mind would get you on the council. Crappy. So anyway.
Yeah,
Everybody
you're
needs
not
to
getting
vote
there.
me on the council somehow. How does that happen?
That's all we need to see is Meps and Jens sitting there with fucking blazed red eyes, sitting there. Man, we had the rage power. We just totally fucking forgot. I'm sorry.
I might do
We're
a
gonna
lot
go check
of
his
hating
book.
and ranting, but I fucking play the game every day. I know what sucks and what doesn't suck,
Crappy,
and I know
none
what
of
needs
us
to
would
be
get on the
fixed and what
council.
doesn't need to be fixed.
I love the cry face.
Well, anyway,
These
we got to
people-
go. We're ending the stream there. So I appreciate everybody in the chat that joined us. We had a lot of fun. Tune in next week, same time, same channel. And anybody else have anything to say? Any shout outs or anything? Vagrant, you got any shout outs you want to give anybody on the PC?
Yeah, there you go. Tweet DCUO, make Crappy a council member. Hell yeah, I'm so fucking doing that.
Is your name Vagrant?
Everybody needs to do that.
Actually, I think Vagrant needs you on that council.
No shout outs, Vagrant?
No, because
If
Vagrant wants
got
to
on this
end clipping.
council,
Well,
this
let him
whole
talk.
game would change overnight.
Vagrant wants this to be boring, like World of Warcraft.
No, it's more like I would have epic raids. I would have made Trigon's prison actually fight Trigon.
Did you see my video, Vagrant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That if I was on the fucking dev team, that's what would have been the final boss in Trigon's prison.
I
No
thought it
fucking
was going to be the
way.
final boss, but they
would
let
not
us
have been
on like a
alert.
fucking
That would have
drunk
been a
skank.
16-man raid where it took 4 hours to beat down because I would have actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That shit would have been epic as fuck.
Hashtag killed by the pillar. Crappy heals. Enough said.
Nice.
We're out.
Hey,
We'll see-
the pillar didn't even kill me. I don't even know what that was.
You got killed by a pillar. Just
All right,
DCU
guys. We'll
killed
see you.
me.
We'll see you.
Oh
Adios.
man, SP lost his balls.
Uh-oh.